Hi, I want to extend a warm welcome to McFarland Nation from myself, Bill the Big K Cather, who will be tonight's step man and color analyst, and from Mr. John, the golden voice of McFarland Sports Wells, who will join us shortly to do the play-by-play. You're looking live at Lloyd Schneider Stadium, McFarland, Wisconsin, Friday, October 4th, 2013. Tonight's weather, as reported by Mr. Bob Lindmeyer of ABC and Mr. Gary Indiana Canalti of CBS, is 65 degrees and calm, and we're hoping the rain holds off. Now you'll notice as we look at the field, we are about ready to be greeted with the McFarland Alumni Band, which tonight I'm going to guess consists of maybe 75, 80 kids that are people that have come back and returned. Under the leadership of Mr. Bill Garvey, this band has performed for probably 30 plus years. And tonight's count, being 100 people, have come back to kind of pay honor to band member Garvey. It is with great sadness that McFarland over a year ago lost a great musician, great teacher, great friend, and great human being in Mr. Garvey to cancer. The Alumni Band is just another example of the love, the devotion, and the hardworking legacy that our musical legend will be remembered for. He was one very special, passionate music person. He'll be in everyone's prayers and memories as we watch this year's Alumni Band come onto the field. So, in showing their great respect for Mr. Garvey, Mr. Dave Heilman, who helped Garv for many years at McFarland High School, is continuing the tradition. So sit back, enjoy the music of the McFarland bands, the Alumni Band, as well as the high school band. And we all know that right now, Garv is looking down from heaven with a smile on his face, knowing that this tradition has continued. So, without further ado, here comes the McFarland Alumni Band. You'll see the influence also that Mr. William Garvey had on this band as they go through. Some will high step like the Badger Band, which he also assisted with over his many years being here. Here's a shot also of Mr. Heilman working his way to the podium. And the school song with the Alumni Band.
Mr. Dave Hallman, we proudly present the combined forces of nearly 300 McFarland musicians with their concert presentation of Peace of Love.
Give me some love.
Well, good evening, football fans, and welcome to Lloyd Center Stadium for tonight's varsity football game. It's homecoming, everybody. We have lots of entertaining things going on tonight, including homecoming court, a King and Queen, special performance at halftime by the McFarland High School Marching Band and the dance team. Plus, we'll have the Spirit Awards. So much to get in so little time.
So, let me just continue on here. The opponent.
We would like to mention that there is a threat of stormy weather tonight. If it should pop up.
Who's a Division V school with an enrollment of 332 kids. Presently, they have an overall record of 2-4 with a 1-2 record in the Rock Valley South. They have 10 letter winners returning. Your McFarland Spartans are coached by Mr. Paul Ackley and our Division II school with an enrollment of 655, almost twice the size of Palmyra Eagle. Presently, they also have an overall record of 2-4. However, they are 1-3 in the Rock Valley North. Tonight's, thus, this is a crossover game, and it has playoff implications, with the winner still in the state playoff hunt, and the loser, I'm awfully sorry, will probably be done for the year. Only as far as playoff concerns go, but not as far as competition and still being part of their high school football careers, especially the seniors. Last year, the Spartans defeated Palmyra Eagle 21-0, held them to only 90 yards offensively, and qualified for the playoffs with this win last year. Palmyra Eagle would like nothing better than to end the Spartans' playoff hopes this year tonight. Both teams have thus a lot to play for. This should be a very intense, highly competitive homecoming game. In comparing stats, both teams have defeated Parkview, and both teams have lost to Whitewater by similar margins. Palmyra Eagle averages 19.8 points per game, and McFarland averages 25. Palmyra Eagle averages 232 yards rushing, and McFarland 199. So you can see the comparisons are pretty close. The biggest difference we're going to see tonight is Palmyra Eagle rarely passes the ball as compared to McFarland, who averages 144 yards per game. These I will call Cather's keys to the game tonight. Let's first look at your McFarland Spartans. Number one, limit turnovers and penalties. The Spartans so far this year have been heavily penalized, which oftentimes stunts drives and creates problems for momentum. Number 2, shut down Palmyra Eagles' run game and force them to throw the ball. Number 3, they need to stay healthy. This has been an injury-riddled year for the Spartans. Tonight, some good reports, though. Josh Stolen, shoulder injury, is back tonight. Donche Hudson from a concussion is returning tonight. They're the 1-2 punch we'll be calling a lot out of the backfield, as well as the line is fully intact for tonight for the first time. And that's very important since they've already lost Ben Hunt and Hunter Halverson, 2 important players to season-ending injuries. And number 4, shut Palmyra Eagle down on first down and get them so they have second and third long yardages to go for first downs. For Palmyra Eagle, the Panthers tonight maintain their time of possession advantage. So far this year in their previous 6 ball games, they have had time of possession better than 2-1 over the opposing team. So they just grind it out on the ground. And that basically what they do then, they keep other teams' offense on the sidelines. Number 2, don't lose the energy that they get going in the first half. Here's what's happened to them in the second half. In the third quarter, they've been outscored 35-15. And in the fourth quarter, 56-25. So it seems like they kind of run out of steam in the second half. Number 3, don't give up the big plays. McFarland's known this year where they can strike very quickly with long plays through the air or on the ground. And number 4 for Palmyra Eagle, improve the kicking game. They are average punting only 30 yards, and they've been struggling with converting extra point kicks. So, all of you who are watching at home tonight, it's time to grab your favorite beverage and snacks, kick up your feet and get comfortable, and enjoy McFarland Homecoming Football 2013. And now it's time for me to turn it over to the golden voice of McFarland Sports, Mr. John Wells.
Nicely done, Bill. Nicely done. Yeah, it should be a good game tonight. Palmyra Eagle, the Panthers come in, having a pretty good season. Played Broadhead Judah tough last week.
Yep.
And when you look over the past few years, they have not been able to say that. So they've got a good ball club. People don't know a lot about Palmyra Eagle. They've had some pretty good running backs in their past, including, I believe it was Justin Beaver, who went to Whitewater.
Not
Bieber.
Not Bieber for all you young ladies out there. Justin Beaver, that was.
He was an All-American
Yes, he was.
At Whitewater, coming out of the Palmyra Eagle program.
Yep.
And again, Bill, you have a connection to the Palmyra Eagle school district.
Yes, I do, John. I started my I'll call stellar teaching career when I was active. I started at Palmyra Eagle in 1971. I was just fresh out of college. I was only 21 years old at the time when I started teaching. 7th grade language, arts, and geography in Palmyra Eagle. And also I kind of offered the 7th and 8th grade basketball coach. I said I'd like an opportunity to kind of do a little coaching down here. They didn't have anybody to pay me, so Coach Frainer took me aside. He said, hey, I'll shovel you $50 if you help me for the season. So with that being said, my first coaching job was 7th grade basketball down there. Just to kind of continue this story, because it's kind of an interesting one, I was there 3 years. In 1974, I finally left to go to Monona Grove. But 1974, I then was coaching still 7th grade. The group of kids I had who were 7th graders, John, in 1974, when they were seniors in 1978, the only time the Palmyra Eagle has made it to the state basketball tournament. And it's so funny because every time I go back to Palmyra, I run into Coach Wild. I said, you couldn't have done it without me laying the foundation back in 7th grade. But it was just kind of, I have a little fun with him on that. But it was really kind of neat to know that I've been a little part of Palmyra history, knowing that was the one and probably, I'm going to say, only time that maybe the Panthers will ever get to the state basketball tournament. So
that's back when it was known as just Palmyra.
Yes, it was.
Of course, Palmyra located in southeastern, I believe, Jefferson County, and
about
Eagle,
8 miles from Whitewater.
Eagle right over there in Waukesha County, and again, a lot of expansion keeps moving towards them, but the district hasn't seen a lot of growth. But yeah, back in the day when you were there, Bill, I believe they were in the old Indian Trails Conference with Clinton and teams like that. And then the Eastern Suburban.
Yep. John, that was, don't ask me many questions from way back then. You're testing my memory. A lot of the things I just said, I probably should have even written out. But
well, Palmyra Eagle now, you can see their fans over there. A small section of fans coming over here making the trip.
Yep. I said, John, they're only half the size of our school. They got a school population of about 332 kids, and we're sitting at 655. So, but
actually, I believe we're now over 700. I think we're
probably a school choice
or
in
something.
That. Yep.
And
so,
gonna be a good game tonight. Again, our top-notch crew is here.
Yep.
You'll see Larry Seidel down on the field. Larry also listed in the football program.
6'5",
300.
3 bills. Yep.
I asked Larry, you 300? He says, oh, yeah.
Yep.
There's a good look at the Spartans here as they come out onto the field. No rain yet, no lightning. Let's hope there's no lightning.
Nope, we just went to Radar Central, and they said we're going to get by lucky here. The heavy rain isn't going to come until later on this evening and continue into tomorrow. So right now, it's a perfect night for football right now, Jen. Field might still be a little wet. We had quite a bit of rain today, but a little breeze the rest of the afternoon and that. All right, we'll turn it over for the national anthem played by 300 McFarland musicians, young and old alike. Those of you at home, if you care to rise, that would be very nice, and pay tribute to America. And there on the screen was Mr. Ben Peterson, who is the present leader of McFarland Bands and McFarland High School Music. So good job, Ben.
I like that camera work there. We had the flag superimposed over the shot of the band. Going to be a great night again. It's Friday night, October the 4th. You could be watching this in middle of the winter, or in 10 years or 15 years. Again, it's 2013.
Yep.
Homecoming here from Lloyd Schneider Stadium. Again, the parade took place during the Family Festival Parade last Sunday. Of course, Dr. Hickey and I doing the commentary for the parade. We apologize if we may have offended anyone.
Well, that's always an experience. If any of you have never watched that, you got to hear these two guys together.
That is my goal tonight, not to offend anyone or the officials.
No.
We were pretty tough on the officials. I think it was the last time we were here with a parade of flags.
Parade of flags. And then the first game we had this year, John, we kind of had to get on the officials because they were ones that had marked off 4-yard penalties, 6-yard penalties, and we're trying to find those listed in the rule book, and we're unable to come up with it. So let's just hope tonight it's a good, clean game decided by two teams and groups of kids just playing real hard against each other, and keep the officiating to a minimum here tonight. Hey, I like to throw out some trivia questions in that and maybe get the answers to you. This one will be given to you at the end of the first quarter. What does the number 65, why is that so special to this game tonight? And we'll see if anybody here can come up with it. The number 65, what's so special? Ready for kickoff and over to John Wells.
Now Chad Herbst tees it up. Deep kick there, going to be fielded at the 15-yard line. Ball carrier straight ahead. Down he goes, and there's our first penalty of the game. We talked about it, and it comes on the first play of the game. Oh, my. Number 5 on the return, Zachary Ostermeyer, a 5'7", 150-pound sophomore. We've got a face mask to start. Maybe they hurt us up here, but again, that was pretty obvious.
Yeah, it was either face mask or block in the back, but where that flag was thrown right in the pile there.
Jim Hickey even threw his hands up on the sideline. He could see that. Check out the Spartans sporting the pink socks tonight.
Yep. Have a little breast cancer awareness.
I'm going to guess.
I'm going to say that's what it was. I watched a college game last night, and they were in pink and that, so I believe that's probably what it is.
Let's hope that's the reason.
Yep. Great cause. Great cause.
So the Panthers will put the ball in play, 1st and 10 from their own 38-yard line. And again, the double wing, we've seen this before this season. Single back lining up behind the quarterback. Ostermeyer goes in motion. And going to be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Quarterback is Mason Roszewski. He is a 6', 155-pound sophomore. So pretty young Palmyra Eagle group.
Yep, like I said, John, they are averaging, they run the ball 232 yards a game. They only averaging throwing the ball maybe 6-7 times a ball game. So we're going to see just a steady dose of just pounding. And again, this is your double split, double wing with 4 options coming off of this. First time it was a fullback dive.
There's Ostermeyer, right side, straight up, down he goes. Maybe gets to the 40-yard line. Ball carrier just running straight up. So short, 3rd and 8 for the Panthers.
Yep, Ostermeyer so far this year, 29 carries, 152 yards, 2 touchdowns, and about a 5.3-yard average per carry. So a good start for the Spartans. This will be a nice stop for them early in the ball game here.
So 3rd down.
Split out wide, right and left. A little different look for Palmyra.
Quick pass to the right side. Got it up over the 45. Going to get into Spartan territory. Finally tripped up at the 43-yard line. A play that didn't look like it was going to go far. Instead winds up netting the Panthers.
Boy, that was a big tackle there by
17
Evan.
yards.
Yep. Evan Alsmo maybe saved a touchdown there. Maybe saved a touchdown.
So again, what looked like a play that wasn't going to materialize does for the Panthers. So 1st and 10, Palmyra Eagle. Again, Roszewski, we believe is the pronunciation.
Yep. Fullback dive. Nope.
Keeper,
Quarterback
Roszewski
keeper.
fakes the handoff on the dive, keeps it, goes forward for about 6 yards. He'll go inside the 40 to the 38.
Yep, you got about 4 options off this, which we'll be seeing this double split, double wing. Fullback dive, which we saw in the very first play of the game. He can option to the wing, pitch back to the wing. We saw in the second play. Third, you could have a counter to the opposite wing where it'll almost be a double handoff, or you'll see just the quarterback keeper.
So big Mitchell Maring over the ball for the Panthers.
Fullback.
Straight ahead, escapes a tackle, gets down near the 35-yard line. Going to be short of the 1st down. That'll make it about 3rd and 3. And pretty good sized young man there centering the ball for the Panthers, 6'1", 265 pounds, also a sophomore.
That's pretty good size. You know, I'm talking with Coach Ackley just yesterday. He said these Palmyra Eagle Panthers all are just rough, tough kids. They're all about 6 feet and between 200 and 210 pounds. So just tough kids.
So 3rd down. Yardage good for the 1st down, inside the 30, finally down at the 28-yard line.
Zach Keel.
He's a 5'10", 190-pound senior. That'll move the sticks. Ball marked at the 28-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Panthers, taking it to the Spartans here early on.
Yep, and I said in my early Cathers Keys, I said they have so far dominated parents. They have time of possession in their games. They are more than 2-1 in their previous 6 games. They like to just control it and pound it.
Hand off Keel again. Goes forward, dropped at the 26-yard line.
Yep,
Gain of a couple.
Zach Keel scoring 4 touchdowns so far this year, averaging 6.7 yards a game.
Spartans just don't look too fired up out there for a homecoming game.
You know, this is always a tough week, John, because there are always so many other activities going on. And, again, with kids, you know, and as a football coach, you try and get them to focus. But it's a lot of activities going on in these young minds right now.
So second down, we'll call it 9.
Well, there's the counter.
And off there goes Ostermeyer all the way into the end zone. Touchdown. 27 yards. So Zachary Ostermeyer, the sophomore, goes 27 yards, and the Panthers on the board with a pretty good-looking drive there to start. Spartans, again, don't look like they're out there ready to play. Hopefully they can bounce back here quick because Palmyra's ready. Palmyra never left the field during warm-ups.
Yep, and
Spartans were off the field for quite a while, and whether that makes a difference, who knows? This is Roshevsky. High snap. They still put the ball down. My goodness, he might make this. Oh, that's one for the highlight film.
He still did. I said they've been struggling this year with that. Actually, bad snap, reached up, grabbed it, somehow got it back on the ground, and Roshevsky held off and still got it through.
That was good. That's a highlight one right there. But 27-yard touchdown run for Ostermeyer. Roshevsky's extra point is good, so a pair of sophomores picking up all the points for Palmyra Eagle there. It's 7-0 with 8:12 to go in the first quarter, and the Spartans are going to have an answer.
Yes, they are, John, and that was just, well, got about a 7-minute drive there, and they just kept pounding it, and I'll tell you, even on that, they kind of fooled me sitting up here in the booth. I didn't know who had the ball on that, and that's the trickery. If you can get this, Roshevsky, again, it's difficult with this playing defense against us. You need to stay in your lanes, keep your head up. You can't start chasing where you think the ball is, because if you are, you're going to get angle blocked, and that's where you're going to run into problems. So, look at this is interesting here. Palmyra Eagle, 2 little mini huddles to the right and left of the kicker. And a little deceiving, and now the splits.
Isaacson kicks it off, going to go over Evan Alsmo's head. It's a live ball down to the 1-yard line. Over the 5, 10. Down he goes. You got to field that ball. Goes over his head. Boy, not a good start for the Spartans here. No. This looks more like a first game than a 7th game in the season.
Yeah, we could just kind of settle in here. Let's hope they can kind of settle in here with some kind of offense. Palmyra Eagle now, you're going to see a 44 defense. Talking with Coach Ackley, too, he said you have to watch. They do a lot of blitzing right up the middle with the 2 inside linebackers, 2 inside backers, and sometimes they even overload one side of the line. They're continually trying to confuse the offensive line in their blocking schemes.
Colton Richter, the quarterback, handoff, Don Shea Hudson. Left side, he's got some running room out over the 20, 25, out over the 30. Finally dragged down at the 38-yard line, so a gain of 27. And like we said, Spartans needed to kick it into gear, and that will take you a long ways. 27-yard gain.
Donche Hudson, 5'10", 250, John. Showed a little speed there. I'll tell you, if you're a defensive back sitting there and you see the train coming around at you.
Again, credit that offensive line. You've got
absolutely.
Silas Strait and Charlie Moore.
Hunter Smith, Dane Mickelson, and Luke Perkel. Silas Strait, doing a nice job on that.
This time Donche right side, eludes a tackle.
Got it outside.
Runs lateral. Gets away from another tackler. Finally dropped at the 40-yard line. Only going to pick up 3 on the carry. Probably ran about 25 yards.
Yeah.
But a 3-yard gain will make it 2nd down and 7. Again, 7:20 to go here in the first quarter. Palmyra Eagle with a 7-0 lead over the Spartans.
Yep, Donche Hudson. So far this year, big game, 5 TDs, 82 carries, 535 yards, averaging 6.5 yards.
Get out of the split backfield. 3-step drop, Richter. Well, almost intercepted. That one never had a chance. That was number 10, Zachary Keel. Turned around, all of a sudden there was the ball.
I think it even surprised him. That was definitely, I'm going to say, a route that was not run to the proper spot.
That
they had a
one
little
will not
mix-up
make
there.
the highlight film.
Nope,
this
I
year.
think that was Tyler Fisher that kind of wound up wrong direction. He had his back turned. He didn't even turn around looking at that.
Now you got a 3rd down and 7. You want to convert this.
Yep.
Keep possession. Richter drops back and
Going
air
for
it
a
out.
ball.
He's got a receiver down the sideline. That's incomplete. And that was intended for Enich Fleming.
Yep.
6'1", 175-pound junior. First time we've called his name this year. He was back on the kick return with Evan Olsmo also. So the incomplete pass makes it 4th down and 7 with 6:53 to go in the first quarter. Palmyra Eagle gets a stop, and the Spartans will kick it away, and that means Chad Herbst.
Yep. Averaging a little over 34 yards a kick.
And Zach Ostermeyer deep for the Panthers. He'll be back around his 25.
What do you think, John? A little
line.
homecoming fake? Nope.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Here's a floater. That's going to get a Spartan bounce.
Yes, it did.
Ostermeyer's got it at the 20. It gets away from one. Finally, down he goes at the
Okay, good
25-yard
coverage.
line.
Yep, good coverage.
You know, the interesting thing here, Bill, we've seen the ball take a pretty high bounce on that punt and also on the kick earlier.
Meaning
And you
this
think the
field is
field would-
dried out.
Yeah, you
probably,
think the
John.
field would be a little moist out there,
Nope,
but
it looks
doesn't
like
appear
it's
to be.
dried out. That was about 37-yarder, so good coverage, only about a 3-yard return, so right on average with that. Okay, big. This is very big here for the Spartans. They gotta come up with a stop here.
So 1st and 10 for the Panthers.
Again, Palmyra struggles in the kicking, and they only average 30 per punt, so if they can stop them here, they ought to get good field position.
Quarterback under center. Back in motion. Quarterback straight ahead. Roszewski.
Yep.
It's a yard. Call it 2nd down and 1. Or 2nd down and 9, excuse me.
And that's one of the other keys I said right there. If you can hold Palmyra Eagle to a very short yardage on 1st down, so they got a long ways to go on 2nd and 3rd down, that could be a very important key. So stop them here, and then maybe you force them to put that ball up in the air and get away from their ground game.
So 2nd down.
Ooh,
Oh, down he goes in the
fullback.
backfield. That was number 31, Fernando Hernandez. Hello, Fernando.
Yeah.
Dropped
I
in
like
his
that.
tracks.
Oh, John's come up with a new one. Hello, Fernando. I like that.
Going to lose a yard. 3rd and 10. Again, we need the stop.
He went in straight up and came back on his back.
I think they're going to go back to that play they ran when Ostermeyer got the 27-yard touchdown. We'll see.
See if they do a little counter here, a little misdirection. Well, back to throw.
Oh, big rush. Got a receiver over his head, intended for number 21, Nathan Bear.
Yep.
So good rush
Good
by
pressure.
the Spartans.
Yep.
Forces the incomplete pass. So with 5:20 to go in the first quarter, Palmyra Eagle will kick it away. Again, that defensive line, nice job by Smith and Moore.
Yep.
Tyler Fisher out there, number 88.
Yep. And always you got the big backer and Donshea Hudson sitting there in that middle linebacker slot. So not much gets by Donshea.
So Palmyra Eagle will kick it away from their 15.
That's a pretty good kick.
High floater, Fleming in and out of his hands. Palmyra Eagle picks it up. There he goes.
Oh, now the thing is, can
I
you
didn't think you
advance
could
that?
return that.
I don't think so either.
That is number 21, Nathan Bear. You got to catch that ball, bottom line. Wow. So Palmyra Eagle, right place, right time. They kick it away, and they wind up running the punt back for a touchdown.
Wow. What a turn of events, John, huh?
Now, Coach Ackley, I think, wants to question whether that's a returnable ball, but obviously it is.
Well, I would have to say, we haven't seen that one.
Well, we've seen 2 miscues on
Right, I haven't
returns now, and that is really hurting the Spartans here early. Roszewski's kick is high enough and no good. Might have gone higher than it went long, but it was wide to the right. So with 5:08 to go in the first quarter, very good start for Palmyra Eagle. Very disappointing start for the Spartans.
Yep.
And again, 2 miscues early on the kick return, getting us possession at the 11, at least able to move it out a little ways from there, but now the missed punt. And again, part of that is, with Chad Herbst, as key player as he is offensively, you got to be careful having some of your offensive stars back there returning kicks. You want to save them. But got to feel that ball.
Actually, John, that was Fleming.
That's what I said, is Chad Herbst is not back there because,
right.
You got to save some of your
right.
key offensive players from the punt returns, but got to field that ball either way.
Well, the important thing right now for Spartans, get back to what you game planned for all week, John. Just pretend you're sitting here, you're just down, I know you're 2 scores down, but that could be a big missed extra point right there. So,
well, Fleming and Brooks are deep.
Just gather yourself and
this will go to Fleming at the 20, straight ahead 25, still going. Down at the 20-yard line, or 40-yard line, so a 20-yard return for Fleming. So nice job for that young man.
Yep, good
Comes
return.
back, gets a good return.
Gotta like that, John. Didn't hang his head. Ball came right to him and said, "Hey, give it to me right now. I'm back in this." So
what's
that
done
was
is
good.
done, and you got to go forward. And that's
right.
A good sign.
As our good friend Coach Gary Oftedal, who was in the booth here earlier on, a retired McFarland teacher, always used to say in the game of golf, "Play in the present. Cannot do anything about the past."
So 1st and 10 for the Spartans. Guess we'll call it the 39-yard line. Donche Hudson, left side.
There goes the train.
Couple of missed tackles.
Boom.
Midfield, still going. Drag down all the way at the Palmyra Eagle 42-yard line. 18-yard gain. That's 45 yards in 2 of his biggest carries so far.
Yep.
For Donche, again, several missed tackles. You got to tackle him low. You're not going to stop him up high.
Yeah, you could see that Palmyra Eagle there. They had about 3 guys around, but they were all up around his pads, and you are not going to bring Donche down, tackling him up there.
1st and 10, ball at the 43-yard line. That's stolen. Not going to get anything. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it looks like about a loss at 2 there, John. 2 or 3.
2-yard loss, so 2nd down and 12.
Josh Stolen returning back to the lineup. He carried the load a lot in the first couple of games, and they had a shoulder injury. So far, Josh, in the year, 3 touchdowns, 40 carries, 252 yards. He's averaging, like Donche, about 6.5 yards per carry. So,
good to see him back out.
Yep, good to have him back there.
So 2nd down and 12. Hudson. Back to about the original line of scrimmage, so call it 2. We'll bring up 3rd down and 10. They're going to mark it just a little short, so we'll call it 3rd and, I'll still call it 10. A little longer than 10. 3:45 to go here in the first quarter. A shocker early on. Palmyra Eagle up 13-0 over the Spartans. We definitely need an answer here.
Yes, we do.
Got to keep possession.
Palmyra playing for their playoff lives tonight also. Need a win to still stay in the hunt.
So here's Richter, straight drop, looking. Incomplete.
Seemed to just be some hesitation there, wasn't there? On Fleming coming across the middle. It was Colton Richter trying to lead him over the middle, and it was like he almost kind of quit on the route or something. So let's see what the Spartans decide to do here, John. We got a 4th and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Well, here comes the late arriving kick team.
Yep.
So 3:24 to go in the first quarter. Palmyra Eagle, another stop.
What do you think maybe now, John? Huh? Would he dare?
We got to make sure we only have 11 on the field. We had a player come off late.
Here comes the rugby punt. Gonna need a good bounce. Gonna need a good bounce.
Oh. Well, we down it at the 15. Thought it might have got a few more yards out of that one, but we didn't.
That's okay, 15-yard line. And again, with Palmyra's kicking woes in that, if you can get a big stop here and then properly handle the punt when it's delivered to you, the Spartans could come out with some pretty good field position here. So
Well, and again, Palmyra Eagle likes to keep the ball on the ground, so turnovers not likely.
And you know what, John? As long as we don't have flags, this is going to be a quick ball game here tonight. Huh?
Very disappointing to start, but it's early.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx us here into a lot of flags, but we haven't seen a lot of hankies on the field tonight, which is good.
So Roszewski calls the signals.
Fullback.
Straight ahead, gets out near the 19-yard line. That's Keel. Tackle there by number 33. That's Jacob Williams, and also number 30, Jacob Maurer, up for the stop. So he got about 5 yards, so second down and 5 for the Panthers. Leading here 13-0. Stop in the backfield. Nope, thought Ostermeyer had it, but ball carrier gets maybe a yard. Fooled me on that one.
Yep.
Of course, I'm getting a glare on the glass here, so it's a little tough up here. Got to watch the monitor, I guess, for some of these.
Gonna have to do that, John.
Third down and 4 for Palmyra Eagle. Again, a big defensive play here for the Spartans.
Yep. Big stop here.
Need some momentum going the way of the blue and white.
Stay in your lanes.
Roszewski going to roll out. Got a receiver wide open on the sidelines. Complete for the first down. Pulls forward. And that's Bear. Gets out to the 30-yard line. Well, for a team that doesn't throw the ball too often, they seem to be throwing it pretty well against us tonight.
You're right, John. That's Nate Bear. He's had 2 catches tonight for 27 yards. He's been their main threat. He's caught 18 balls for 202 yards and 1 touchdown so far this year, averaging 11 yards a catch. So he's a little bit above that so far, but Nate Bear's their threat if they are going to throw it.
So here's a pitch back. We had good pursuit in the backfield, but unable to stop the ball carrier. Again, number 25. And I have no idea who that is.
You know what? And I'm not seeing a 25 either in my program, but boy, did he lower his shoulder, huh?
Well, we'll make up a name for him, but give him 5, so second down and 5. Ball at the Palmyra Eagle 36-yard line as we near the 1-minute mark to go in the first quarter.
We apologize. We'll go next door to the Palmyra Eagle booth and try and find out who number 25 is.
Roszewski got a receiver open. Bear ball off his hands or shoulder pads. Hung up in the air for a while. No Spartan there to get it, but good defensive coverage by McFarland.
Yep, I'm still going to say that's what one of my keys was too. McFarland try and get Palmyra Eagle to put the ball in the air because they're not real comfortable doing that. They throw the ball so few times that get them away from this ground game and that. So big third down play here, John. 3rd and 5.
Now we need a stop. Minute to go, first quarter.
Come on, Spartans. Counter.
Ostermeyer, nice job
good.
Defensively there. And I believe that was Jake Maurer.
Boy, that was
up on the stop. So nice defensive play. Did not fool him.
Yep, Maurer stayed right at home there. Counter came right to him. He didn't have to do anything. He just stayed right in his lane. That was a great defense.
Well,
right
Coach
there.
Ackley didn't wait too long to make a change back here on coverage. Chad Herbst now back.
Whoa, is that a beautiful kick? Away from Herbst.
Ball's going to go out of bounds inside the 15 near the 13-yard line. So again, that time Chad Herbst back on punt return, but a nice punt. That goes 50 yards.
That was a 50-yard punt. So much for my saying in the pregame show, yep, punting is one of their weaknesses. They're only averaging
Well, I don't know how much the wind
yards per punt.
And the wind isn't really a factor here at all.
No, there's no real wind here or anything. It's pretty calm and a beautiful, John, at game time, it was 65 degrees outside. So, beautiful night for football.
Well, let's see if the Spartans can break a big one here.
Yep, big play.
Should be
Time for a big
the last
play,
play of the
Spartans.
quarter here, unless it's a pass that's incomplete.
Hudson up the
Hudson,
gut.
left side, still going,
the
still
gut.
going, spins all the way out to the 25-yard line. That's going to be good for the first down. So 1st and 10 for the Spartans. Again, build that momentum now. They're only 2 scores down. It's early.
I think as long as Donche's got the endurance. Again, he's coming back off a concussion, John, so you never quite know how kids are going to, react to that or his endurance or anything else. But so far in the first quarter, 5 carries for 62 yards. It's averaging a little over about 12.5 yards a carry for Donche. So if you're almost can hand it to him and be guaranteed of a first down, boy, I'd go a steady dose of Donche as long as he can physically maintain that.
13-0 our score here from Lloyd Schneider Stadium. Again, Palmyra Eagle taking the ball down the field the first time, and Ostermeyer goes for a 27-yard touchdown run with 8:12 to go. The extra point was good. And then with 5:08 to go, a fumble return.
It's a 35-yard fumble return off the hands
Off a
of
punt.
Fleming. Yep.
And Palmyra Eagle went up 13-0, missed the extra point.
Bear took that in from 35 yards.
And that missed extra point could be huge here.
Yep.
Because the Spartans now, we need to really get a drive together, get some points on the board, because Palmyra Eagle pretty encouraged. I tell you what, Bill, not a lot of boys on that Palmyra Eagle side
I think I
coming
counted,
off the field.
No, they're not. And they've only got, I think
26
I counted.
total, I think.
Yep. Yeah, only 13 or 14 over there on the sidelines. So.
You only can play 11 at a time, so I'm gonna guess
Tell you, they've got
maybe 2 or 3 kids going.
I'll tell you,
going out.
what really helped is when you get a kid like the Justin Meaher that goes to Whitewater, All-American, and that so close by. I mean, that kind of creates even additional enthusiasm with your program and that.
Here's Richter on a keeper, tries to get outside. Panther grabs him by the kind of by the shoulder pad, throws him down. Colton ran a long ways. He'll get 3.
Yep, about 3.
Out at the 30-yard line, or just shy of the 30-yard line, just underway here in the second quarter. Spartans trailing 13-0. Again, it's Friday night, October the 4th, 2013. Homecoming here.
Homecoming, yep, homecoming. Kids, cheerleaders, all into it down here to our right, John. Trying to get the kids a little fired up. Let's give them a score to get them really pumped up.
Donche Hudson goes straight ahead for a couple of yards, no more. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 4.
Yep. Now, John, I just kind of get the feeling this is a game where, yes, they definitely came out very sluggish tonight. Not a lot of emotion in that. And this is something where, they've scored on a lot of big plays so far this year in games. If they could just pop a big play, then we'll start seeing everybody start jumping up and down. The crowd will get a little into it, and maybe that'll kind of turn the tide here. But got to have something good here happen. Big play here for the Spartans.
3rd down, and they weren't set.
Yep, Hankies.
Again, just mistakes you can't make at this point in the season.
Right.
Tell you, the guy that gets a workout is Colton Richter. He's running probably 20 yards over to the sideline for every play.
Yes, he does.
5-yard penalty, going to move it back, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 9 for the Spartans.
Yep, that's kind of been Coach Ackley's way that he runs things. He likes to make sure that he gives specific instructions to that quarterback all the time. So he gets a workout always running from sideline back to the huddle, but at least that way then there's no mix-up. He knows directly he's getting it from the coach.
Good draw play.
Oh, nice
Hudson's
cut.
got some room.
Nice
out over
cut.
the 35.
Look at those legs.
Out over the 40. Still going.
Oh, it's
still going. Pulls 3 or 4. Panthers forward. All the way out to the 44-yard line. A 17-yard gain for Hudson. That's his 3rd carry over 15 yards tonight.
Yep, 7 carries, 81 yards for, as I'm calling them, the freight train,
Wow.
John. Wow. Like I said, and you see all of Palmyra up around the pads. You are not going to bring down a 5'10", 250-pounder around the pads.
They go
There
right
he goes,
back to it.
finds off tackle. Good job by the line.
He'll get 10 yards. It's going to be very close to first down. We'll see where they mark it. It's into Palmyra territory. And this is what the Spartans need, but they need to sustain this drive.
Sustain it, right, John.
And they do get the first down.
Yep.
Hudson racking up some big yards here in the first half. There's a look at Don Shea, going to get a little water.
Yeah, he's working hard. He is working real hard. You know, and here's the other thing, too. Keep this Palmyra, because they got most of their guys go both ways. Keep them playing defense now for a while. Force them to make tackles. Oh, we
And
come
it
up to the
appears somebody
line.
may have moved on the right side of that Spartan line.
So far tonight, I said at the beginning, another key to this game were limit turnovers and penalties. So far, big turnover, the fumbled punt, which gave Palmyra a touchdown, and that was the third 5-yard penalty so far. Got to start cleaning this stuff up here. We're halfway through the season.
So 1st and 15.
Counter, get through.
Jake Maurer. Nice job by Jake Maurer. He'll get 6 yards back.
That was a good run
I
for
believe
Maurer.
that was Maurer.
Yeah, it was number 30. Yes, it was Maurer on the counter. Maurer's carried the ball 13 times for 66 yards, a 5-yard average, so he was 2 yards over his average there, John, as the stat man has it here.
So 7-yard gain.
Yep, good play.
2nd and 8 from the 44-yard line. That's stolen. Fights forward, gets a couple of yards, down just shy of the 40. So again, with Josh Stolen back, it gives you an opportunity, too, to get a
Right, breather for Don Shea. Yep.
Again, credit that line again. Number 77 is Hunter Smith. 66 is Charlie Moore. Your center is 74 Dane Mickelson. 52 Lucas Perkle.
Silas
And
Strait.
Silas Strait,
Yep.
number 75.
Yep, and Tyler Fisher sitting in at the tight end spot. So they need to keep working, opening holes.
3rd down. Richter rolls out to his right. Looking,
coulda run it.
incomplete.
I think he had the corner, John, if he would have kept going.
Well, is it 4-down territory?
So far tonight.
I got to believe it is, Bill. 4th
I
down.
believe you're right, John. So far tonight, 3 passes, no completions for Colton Richter, who so far on the year has been completing 45% of his passes. He's thrown 110 passes and completed 49 of them so far. So 10 touchdowns, however, 7 interceptions. So tonight a little slow start on that too for Colton, 0 for 3, but
Yeah, it's a young
Big
Spartan
play.
team, but, you know, after 6 games of the season, all of a sudden, you know, the age factor really isn't what it is. And Palmyra Eagle is probably just as young as the Spartans with several sophomores out there.
Absolutely. Did you mention, age being a factor here? I just want to go back to something because I said a trivia question for tonight. I said the number 65, correct, John? Was
Number
going to be one of
65.
tonight's trivia questions. And I'm going to put it in a question format. Whose 65th birthday is it today? John, as the music says, turn to the right, to your right, to your right.
It's not your birthday, is it?
It would be. I'm 65
Happy
years
birthday.
young today.
Oh, my goodness.
65 years young. So all you people
Oh,
out there that
yeah.
say, oh, he can't be 65. I know a lot of you out there would be saying, you're right. No, he's got to be 70. As people like to say, they like to stand next to me because they said nobody
I
is
was gonna
older
guess-
than Cather
I
in
was
this
going to guess
community.
60.
Well, thank you, John. I owe you $10 for that. That's a $10 compliment.
Well, the Spartans
I decided to kick
take
him
the
deep.
timeout and then decide to punt, and the ball's down at the 10-yard line. So this will work out, hopefully, in the Spartans' favor with 8:18 to go in the first half. Ball will be put in play by the Panthers, 1st and 10 from their own 10-yard line. So, again, you got to hope for a turnover here.
Absolutely. Yep, this is big. Spartans have done a lot better job here defending Palmyra Eagle. And, again, a big key is they've been shutting down that first down first down play, forcing them into second and long and then third and long. So,
and a late player coming onto the field.
That's not a good sign.
And ball carrier straight ahead, bowls his way forward for almost 5.
That was number 5, Ostermeyer again.
It's a little confusion that time. Spartans were going to try to go 10 against 11.
Yeah, it was Charlie Moore getting on the field late that time. You know, you never know if it's just tension, a water break, maybe it's an equipment repair. We don't know. Not going to sit here and criticize somebody because you don't know.
Well, they're going to say just a gain of 2, so second down and 8. Ball carrier again straight ahead.
Still going, still going. That whole pile moved.
Scrum.
Yep.
See where they mark it. Well, after games like 84-82 last week around the state, Palmyra Eagle throwing a shutout here. Only 2 scores here so far in the first half. Big play for the Spartans, 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, it is.
Need a little more emotion from that sideline. Players all pretty quiet.
Yeah.
Here's handoff straight ahead. We'll get out over the 30-yard line. We'll pick up the first down.
It's going to be close, John.
Well, where they marked it.
Where they're marking it.
Well,
now he picked it up and he moved it forward another half yard.
The big man walked forward with the ball there.
Did. He gave him another half yard.
He didn't know he was on camera. Everybody at home saw that. We don't want to measure, so we'll move the ball forward.
That's right.
I thought he had it from up here anyway, but.
Okay.
And you look at that Palmyra Eagle offensive set, very tight. Handoff straight ahead. That's number 31, Fernando Hernandez. No, that's not Rob Hernandez. That's Fernando Hernandez.
Speaking of Rob Hernandez, he does a wonderful job for prep sports in this area. He and Dennis Sumrall.
You can hear him tonight on the
What game are they
football
doing?
roundup on 93.7.
Yep.
Out of Monroe. Rob, a regular on that station.
Yep.
Handoff, this time second back through. Got a lot of running room. Gets the first down. Still going out near the 40-yard line.
Zach Keel.
So that time the Spartans lost track of who the ball carrier was. So did we.
Yep, as we do oftentimes. So I can imagine if we're losing track up here in the booth.
It's okay if we do it. If
high
kids
above
on the field can't.
You know, and I'm still waiting. We're going to have to signal up to our blimp. We have the Goodyear blimp flying overhead tonight. We haven't been able to bring in a signal from them yet, and if we can, we'll get you an overhead shot of the stadium here tonight. But we'll see. That could be forthcoming later on tonight in the broadcast.
So 1st and 10 for Palmyra from their 38-yard line. Straight ahead handoff, couple of yards at best. Again, Mason Roszewski is your quarterback. He's a 155-pound sophomore.
That was Fernando Hernandez again.
We'll have to find out who that unnamed player is.
Yes, that would be very good.
It's possible that could have been a uniform change.
I'm thinking so. Maybe Brett Knoble, or we haven't called his name at all, and he's their leading rusher on the year, so I don't know.
Straight ahead on the carry.
As well as Adam Salas. We haven't heard of him tonight either.
So gain of a couple, 3rd down and 5. 5 minutes to go here in the first half.
I also want to tell our listeners, when we go to halftime tonight, not only will you be viewing the band on the field and the dance team, we'll announce those names. Also, Homecoming Court will be coming out at halftime. But I'm also going to start a new feature here where I'm going to call it Spartan Nation, the Week in Review, where we'll be going over all of the Spartan sports and mention some other kids' names in that. So stay tuned to that. If you're going to make a quick run to the fridge or something or to the bathroom, make it quick so you can get back and we're going to recognize some more McFarland Nation athletes here at halftime.
Keel goes forward for a couple of yards. Going to bring up 4th down and 2. Ball marked just over the Palmyra Eagle 45-yard line, and they are going to go for it, I believe.
Well, especially with that 30-yard punting average when I mentioned that, and then, of course, they put one up for 50 yards.
They are going
looks like
for it.
Oh, catching McFarland.
Big
We're
play.
not set.
We can see it.
Oh, maybe they're going to try and get us offside. Try and get us to jump.
Yep. And it doesn't work.
And you want to know one of the reasons why it might not have worked is because McFarland was kind of out of sorts they were delayed in getting set up. Had we popped right up to the line of scrimmage, that might well have possibly drawn the Spartans.
Well, truth is, go for it. I mean, hey, it's 4th and 2, go for it.
Yeah, and they've been pounding out good yardage. Chad Herbst again in the deep slot.
So Palmyra Eagle.
Well, you want to know why they took the 5-yard penalty? Because now a 50-yard punt will go down to the 9-yard line, John. That's why I think the 5-yard.
Punter's only 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Not much of a rush. Pops this one up.
Be careful.
Make sure it doesn't hit a Spartan player.
Yep.
Ball's going to be downed at the 25-yard line. So that's where the Spartans will put it in play, 1st and 10. 3:47 to go in the first half. Plenty of time to mount a good drive and get some points on the board. Never would have expected the Spartans to be shut out here in the first half.
Yep. And actually, John, they've had some nice plays. We get it seems like we get a little drive going or something, put 2 or 3 first downs together, and then all of a sudden, boom, it just kind of fizzles out. And we just have to be able to sustain a drive here. If we can get her back to 13-7 by halftime, that's within 1 score. That big missed extra point could loom big. Danche.
Hudson tries to get outside, running laterally. Good one-on-one tackle. Nice, very nice defensive play. And that was Keel,
very
number 10.
good pursuit. Keel's had a nice game so far tonight.
And a lot of two-way players for Palmyra Eagle.
And that's what you have to do with guys like Danche. You got to get him not running downhill, but sideways.
He ran a long ways, loses a yard.
Yep, you get him going sideways. That's the way you're going to make it easier to bring him down. Big play. We need some good blocking here by the line. Set Richter up, get set.
There's a completed pass out on the right side. Nice job there on the completion. Nice throw by Colton Richter. I believe that was Josh Stolen.
No, it wasn't
They
to
said
Herbst.
Herbst.
No, it was.
Looked like it might have been. That was Chase Werwinski, number 3.
Was it the Chase Werwinski? Good.
None of us were right up here.
Nope.
Heard someone yell Chase's name. 3rd down and short. Yeah, they're going to pick up the first down over the 35-yard line out to the 37. Problem is now you're sitting at 2:28 to go in the first half and a long ways to go to the end zone.
Yep, long ways to go in 2:20. Yep, got to somehow get a big play going here.
So 1st and 10, Spartans. Ball at their 37-yard line. Receiver to the right, receiver to the left. Backs are split. Hand off first back. That's Williamson. Hits straight up at the 40. Gain of 3, but we've got the clock rolling. And the Spartans not appearing to be in too big of a hurry.
Oh. Got to be big play time, John. Either a run or, we've seen a little trickeration. They've thrown a double pass with Chad Herbst this year for a touchdown.
So 2nd down. Pitch out. Stolen.
Get a good block.
Got a block. Still going into Palmyra territory, and Roszewski throws him down at the 43-yard line.
15-yard gain for Josh Stolen.
Boy, he just waited for his blockers, did a nice job of directing him.
Yes, he did. Yep.
So nice run by Josh Stolen, and again, 1:40 to go. Time not on our side.
Nope.
Got to keep this going. Need to get some points on the board.
Yep.
Score here would be huge. And appears to be incomplete. That was intended for Werwinski.
And you want to know what? That's probably good maybe that was dropped, John, because if he would have caught that, the clock would have kept running for maybe, a 3-yard gain on that.
Yep, stops the clock.
Richter, rough first half. That's only 1 for 5 in the air.
So 2nd down and 10 for the Spartans. 1:27 time on the clock here in the first half. Hudson the lone back behind Richter.
Straight drop back.
Looking at the
Nice
receiver
pass.
open, complete. Chad Herbst
Turn the
tries
outside.
to get
Chad.
outside. Corralled down inside the 20-yard line at the 18. A 25-yard completion. Colton
Yep.
Richter to Chad Herbst.
That's a combination that we needed to see and could see a little more often here. Chad Herbst, 3 touchdown catches so far this year. He's also thrown 1. He's averaging 16 yards per catch. Big play.
So 1st and 10. Here's Hudson. Inside the
Oh,
15.
good Lord,
Still
that
going
ball.
down near the 10-yard line.
8-yard gain. Just went over the century mark, Don Shea. 11 carries for 102 yards. And Palmyra Eagle, or was it? Nope, I think it was McFarland that called the timeout, John.
Yeah, 1:02 time on the clock here. Again, the ball just outside the Palmyra Eagle 10-yard line.
Yep.
Spartans need to get points, preferably a touchdown.
Yep.
They have 1 timeout remaining, 1:02 to go. Again, Don Shea Hudson over 100 yards. Now Colton Richter, nice pass. Big play of this drive was the Richter to Herbst pass.
Yep.
Now you got to score.
Yes, you do.
Bottom line.
Yes, you do. A little reminder again at halftime here when we get to it. We'll have the week in review of McFarland Sports and that. Just a quick shout out here. McFarland Cable TV, channel 982, is a function of the village of McFarland and is producing high school sports as a result of community survey and fan interest indicating viewers like you at home as well as fans here desired this type of programming. Cable 982 is not funded through tax dollars, so please tell your village officials how much you appreciate this. Once again, our thanks for your support. Cable channel 982.
2nd and 2, draw play. Hudson gets around outside, inside the 10.
Oh,
There he
he's
goes.
gone.
Missed tackle
There
into
we
the end
go,
zone.
Don
Touchdown.
Shea.
11-yard run, Don Shea Hudson.
The freight train.
Again, Palmyra Eagle trying to tackle him
Tackle
around the
up
waist.
high.
Not going to work.
You know, and they actually had him going laterally on that too, and they insist upon trying to bring him down up around the pads, and that just, as a good English teacher would say, that ain't gonna happen, John.
That was a big score.
Yes, it was.
Now you got to convert the extra point because, again, Palmyra Eagle missed their 2nd extra point. Right now it's 13-6. Chad Herbst in for the kick. On its way. Oh, boy. Wide to the right.
We missed it.
13-6 it remains with 55 seconds to go in the first half. But Spartans on the board, and that's what they needed. Now you just have to avoid giving up a big play, and you go in the locker room down 1 touchdown. Certainly a winnable game for the Spartans. So
Yeah.
again, they needed to do what they did right there and put that ball into the end zone.
Yeah, that's just kind of a shame because that's, you just kind of get the momentum back there and you're thinking, geez, a touchdown extra point away and we got it. Hey, I'm just going to quick read down the homecoming court people here again, if I can see this on my chart where you got little dark lights here. The kids you're going to see at halftime are the guys, Sam Blankenship, Dylan Ballantyne, Jonathan Hare, Timothy Vallon, and Hunter Halverson, and our beautiful young ladies from McFarland, Nazreen Pornick, Kat Katie, Ashley Sondrell, Kayla Eastland, and Samantha Cook. And as soon as it's announced at halftime, you're going to be seeing a visual of them. As soon as we know who the king and queen are, we will tell you that over our broadcast. So that's one of the things you'll be seeing, along with the McFarland dance team at halftime, along with the band, as well as listening to, again, some of the Spartan Nation weekly highlights of other sports activities. So here's Herbst.
Chad will tee it up. Approach going to squib it. Covered. Almost lost the ball.
Wow.
But covered at the 30-yard line.
And did
Right
you notice?
idea, though. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the open. They had two receivers back at about the 10-yard line, and Two at about the 25, so Chad just put it right in front of him.
Right, just trying to stay away from anything silly on a long return or something there, John. So, but gee, interesting. Just the whistle blew, the ball popped back out and was a free ball, wasn't it? Quick whistle on that.
I don't believe any time went off the clock.
No, it didn't. We were at 55 seconds before that kick went. So
hey,
that's okay. We have not been mentioning the officials in the laundry tonight, so this is good. Life's good.
And off straight ahead. That's Keel. Oh, he slides down. Looks like he may have gotten a few more yards out of that and loses his footing.
7 carries.
Maybe some of that moisture starting to come up.
Yeah, because he kind of even fell kind of funny there. And, if he could have had one more quick cut, he could have been gone on that.
He'll get 8, 2nd down and 2. Straight ahead. Over the 40-yard line. Again, Keel. Some of the uniforms for Palmyra Eagles starting to
getting a little muddy.
Show the dirt. Of course, I announced a radio game over there a few years back against Broadhead Judah. Palmyra Eagle had the purple uniforms with the black numbers.
Oh, impossible.
And a light pole out. So I was just guessing at the names.
Yep. Oh, fullback.
Oh, nice play. Keel, 40, 35. Cuts it back up. Finally dropped inside the 20-yard line. Nice call by Palmyra Eagle. A nice run by Keel. Down to the 17-yard line. Interesting. Now there's
44-yard
run. 5 seconds to go. I swear I just looked at it. There were 55 seconds.
Wow, where did the time go?
5 seconds.
Well, you want to know that clock kept running. I'll bet on that play their Keel slipped.
Yeah.
Oh, Coach Ackley, you can see him. He has a right to not be happy with that. That's just...
It's got to be frustrating because that was a play that credit Keel, but that play shouldn't have nearly gotten the yardage it did. Now Palmyra Eagles sitting here with 5 seconds to go. The ball on the 17 and 2 timeouts.
5 seconds, John, 1 play.
Coach Peterson probably thinking, boy, I should have taken that timeout after Keel slipped down here.
Yeah, you're right.
I think they were probably just planning to control the ball, not turn it over. Now they're down here in the red zone here threatening to score.
If he's got some kind of little trickeration play or something else, that's what it's going to be. And I firmly believe here, and I hate to say it, but going into some kind of a prevent defense. But, hey, as we've seen, Wisconsin at the university level has failed to stop last-second scores on little Hail Mary throws or whatever. It happens at all levels, I guess, but...
Well, the momentum the Spartans had, you want to certainly keep. You don't want to give up points here.
Absolutely. Yep.
I'm not sure that a field goal is in the
not with
books
the struggles
for Palmyra
they've had.
Eagles,
Nope.
so this could be a one and done here.
Yep.
Washewski drops back, going to throw towards the end zone. Got a receiver. But we got a penalty marker in the backfield.
And Bear had it in his hands.
Just to set him up one-on-one.
And he had to turn. He had to turn the opposite way of which he was running.
I believe we saw Evansville Albany do that against the Spartans. Set him up on a one-on-one situation like that.
What are they doing? Seems to be some confusion. But it looks like we're going to have another play here, John.
Well, there was... Boy. Haven't seen any indication here. They're going to talk it over. Clock shows 0-0, but there will be another play. Now...
It's not going to end on a defensive penalty.
Could move it closer to field goal range.
Boy, he is getting real close.
We're right at the, going to mark it, still going for it. They're at the 9. So if they decide to kick, it'd be a 26-yarder, pretty much straight on.
Boy, you can see they have no confidence in the kick game because that is not a whole lot further, John, than an extra point.
Well, let's see if they go back to that same play because they're going to take a timeout, and wisely so. They've got 2 left.
You know what? I think this is going to be my little prediction. I'm going to predict they're going to come out and kick a field goal, John. When we saw that first, I know they pounded on the ground and they do that well, but, if you even look at that first extra point that they kicked, Zinski, even with that ridiculous snap and placement and everything else, I mean, he still got that thing through pretty good. And I guess almost from the 8-yard line, I'd give it a shot because, hey, a field goal would be pretty big because then you're going to a 2-score ball game, right?
Yeah, you're looking at basically
an extra point added.
26-yard field goal.
Yeah, you're just tacking on an extra. You're tacking on an extra 5 yards is what you're doing. So
Spartans need to get a stop here because, again, that momentum that you assumed was going to carry into the locker room now. Panthers threatening to score here.
Absolutely.
And they will not kick. They are going to go for it. Either confidence in being able to put the ball in the end zone or lack of confidence in their kicking game. Let's see if they run that same play where they isolated us on the left side.
Well, Jackley running down the sidelines. Now he's going to use a timeout because he saw something that maybe that he's seen on film or something
And hey,
else.
you know what? A couple weeks ago we said it was the longest 1 second of the season. This could be the longest
no
time.
seconds.
It's been on 0-0 here for almost 5 minutes.
Yes, it has, John. Hey, another thing we're going to see here at halftime. McFarland High School dance team. Alexis Balliard, Aaron Curtin, Mallory Emerson, Sabrina Fillmore, Audrey Hamner, Abigail Howell, Emily Innabet, Anya Keeley, Catherine Comroe, Haley Noonan, Catherine Papandik, Joellen Ribble, Kristen Semen, Marissa Staley, Lily Taylor, and Alexis Williams. And the dance scheme coach, Lexi Schradel, doing a nice job on that. So you will see them at halftime in our video. Again, along with the homecoming court and the band under the direction of Ben Peterson and Mr. Joe Hartson doing a nice job here tonight on homecoming 2013. And you know something, John? This weather has held out. What a great night this has been.
So far.
Pretty cool night and that. And
this looks could be the play of the game right here, Bill.
Yes, it is. This is real.
Should be the last play of the half.
Yep, we're not going to say that for sure.
Unbelievable.
Whoa!
Third timeout.
Here we go.
Third timeout. No time.
Are we all done now?
We are done with timeouts, but there have been 3 of them.
John,
the clock is still on 0-0 because of the penalty.
Yep.
See everything.
This is almost like playing in a golf tournament where you can buy mulligans or something, and now if a coach could say, hey, for a couple extra bucks, can I buy another timeout and we could keep going with this, huh?
This is going to be we saw the longest 1 second. Now we're going to see the longest no time.
Absolutely. And we are now I guess they wanted us to go beyond an hour for the first half of this ball game tonight. We're talking about how nice it had been, whatever. So we are going to go past the 8 o'clock hour as I'm looking at my phone. Going to come out and snap the ball at 8 o'clock.
Well, we cannot call a timeout. We know that, nor can Palmyra Eagle anymore.
Nope. The only thing that will make this not the last play is another defensive penalty.
Again, Roshevsky.
Fan standing, a lot of noise.
Rolling out, big rush, hit. Maybe intercepted.
Oh, if they would have stepped in front, I was looking at the possibility of 100. I was looking at a 100-yard return right there.
Hey, you got to like it, though. Not as much momentum as you hope to go in the locker room with, but more than you thought you might have earlier. It's 13-6 at halftime. Spartans the only points on the board in the second half. Second quarter, there was Don Shea Hudson on an 11-yard touchdown run. The extra point was missed. And we are at halftime, and the homecoming festivities about to begin. Here at halftime, I'll step away, and Bill will fill us in probably real quick on the Spartan summary here.
Yep, we're going to go with what I'm calling it, the McFarland Nation, the past week's activities, a look back, the weekend review of McFarland sports. So let me quick do this. I'm going to try and FedExpress this. I'm going to talk very quickly as I can. But here again, we're just trying to recognize as many kids as we can for Spartan Nation for those of you sitting at home. So again, if you see these kids, congratulate them on a great effort and say, hey, I saw what good job you're doing. And, And if at all possible, get out and support these teams also if you get a chance. First, let's start with the Spartan girls tennis team, who won its 5th straight Rock Valley Conference title. First place finishers were sophomore Jackie Silvis at number 3 singles, freshman Shelby Reese at number 4 singles, and Melanie Ost and Raina Richardson at number 2 doubles. Second place finishers were senior Katie Heitman at number 2 singles, and senior Sarah Ali and junior Sabrina Fillmore at number 1 doubles. And third place finishers were senior Megan Spike at number 1 singles, and sophomore Elena DeVita and junior Natalie Robb at number 3 doubles. Congrats to Coach Gaffney and the girls tennis team. The Spartan girls golf team won its first Rock Valley Conference title. Erin Culver was the medalist, shooting a nice 79. Anne-Marie Zahn finished 3rd with a 91. Anna Dunn 5th with a 94. And Carolyn Dorn 101 and Katie Moore 104 rounded out the team. All the girls made either first or second team also all conference. The girls advanced as a team to the sectionals next week at Yahara, and they are only 1 step away from qualifying for the state meet at University Ridge. Congrats to Coach Eversole. The Spartan girls volleyball team lost in 3 sets to number 1 ranked in the state East Troy. However, then came back and defeated Jefferson 3 sets to 1. Aces in defense by Paulson, digs by Stevie Weiner, blocks and kills by Emma Eckel and Rosie Rundy, and assists by Brianna Neep were highlights. Were highlights. Congrats to Coach Fortune. The Spartan girls swim team defeated 2 arch rivals, Madison Edgewood 100-60 and Monona Grove 104-66. First place finishers were Krupski, Hagen, Linneberry, Stubbe, Wolf, Zagsepski, Fay, and Shunk. Congrats to Coach Weiss. The Spartan girls cross country won the Rock Valley North Conference title. First place overall was freshman Brooke Lonegro, running an excellent 15 minutes 32 seconds. Fourth place was Smith, 10th Seeliger, 11th was Sahacker, and 15th Crystal Gobin. Congrats to Coach Fisher. And now over to the boys' side in the weekend review. The boys cross country team also won the Rock Valley North Conference title. Second place was Jack Howell. 7th, Chris Ponke. 9th, Sam Michio. 11th, Brendan Haas. And 13th, Peter Ale. Again, congrats to Coach Fisher with both squads. And again, all these squads are going to be heading into regional and sectional competition in the upcoming weeks, so we'll keep you posted on that. And finally, the Spartan boys soccer team won the DeForest Invite, and then behind a 3-goal hat trick by Sam Shackett, defeated Evansville a few nights ago 5-2. Again, congrats to Coach Orgozalek. I apologize to Coach Orgozalek. I have yet to meet Coach Orgozalek. So there you have it. That's kind of the weekend review. Just wanted to mention again some of the other students in this community that maybe don't get on TV and get recognized in that. For those of you that don't get the Thistle, please continue. We'll try to follow our telecast in that. And again, if you see these students around town in the store or in the school or anything, get to an event where you can watch them and their success. You can see with all the accomplishments that they're doing here. And if you can't get to an event, if you just see them in the store or something, tell them, hey, nice job. Really appreciate what you're doing for the community. Gives them a sense of pride in that. And then one other thing we want to talk about is I can tell you also, take a look at the list in the Thistle at the end of the 9 weeks. How many of these kids are on the honor roll and high honor roll? Because truly in McFarland, I can say this from having 2 boys that have gone through the program and also played in the alumni band tonight. We in this community believe in the student athlete in that order. Students first, athletes second. So right now, time for me to take a little time out. You will see the band finish playing here. Then there will be the announcement of the homecoming court. And then the play-by-play man, John Wells, John the Golden Voice of McFarland Football. John Wells will be back with the play-by-play, as well as myself, Bill the Big K Cather. And we will announce who the homecoming king and queen were, as well as give you the first half highlights, and then on to the second half of homecoming 2013. So enjoy the rest of halftime.
This one at Black Sabbath, as well as the theme from the hit movie. Here is Iron Man. From the famous Pixar movie, here is music from The Incredibles. our Spartan band would now like to play for you McFarland High School's alma mater, written by Taras Marinian. Please sing along as the words are printed in your program. At this time, we proudly present the 2013 Homecoming Chorus. Dylan Valentine and Kayla Easley. Jonathan Hare and Kat Hayes. Hunter Halverson and Ashley Purdy. Tim Dellen and Ashley Sondra. Sam Blankenship and Samantha Cook. And to crown this year's homecoming king and queen, we'd like to present last year's king and queen, Ethan Hansel and Joelle Newton. And the 2013 homecoming king and queen are Jonathan Hare and Ashley Sondra.
Okay, and we are back for the second half of McFarland Homecoming 2013. Turning it over here in just a second to John Wells again. We have an announcement. Our homecoming king, Jonathan Hare, and our homecoming queen, Ashley Sondra. So those were announced. I'm sure you saw it. Video. We did not have an audio on as we took a little break here, but So there's your king and queen for McFarland Homecoming 2013. Now let's turn it over to John Wells and get ready for the second half of McFarland football.
A light rain has developed over halftime. Great halftime show here at McFarland High School as part of Homecoming. Spartans will start with the ball here to open the second half. They trail 13-6 to Palmyra Eagle. Again, kind of this creative
double
kickoff.
Double huddle kind of kickoff formation.
Ryan Isaacson. This will be returned. 15 over the 20, 25. Stood straight up, hang on to that ball right at the 30-yard line. And that is number 23 for the Spartans, Mitchell Brooks. So let's see if we can get something going.
Let's hope we have a little better start to this second half, John. Like I mentioned in my pregame things, that Palmyra Eagles had kind of a problem this year with the second half of ball games. They were outscored 35-15 in the third quarters and 56-20 in the fourth quarter. So they kind of run out of steam. Let's see if the Spartans can take advantage of that.
Here's Hudson, still going forward, thrown forward for about 7-yard gain. And again, part of that, Bill, might be the fact that the Panthers have so many players going both ways.
Yes, they do, and actually they are shorthanded tonight. I was just talking with one of their coaches at halftime, wondering where we had their leading rusher, Brett Knabel. Seems as if Mr. Knabel and their leading tackler, I'm trying to think, Prozhinski and that are both finished for the year, John.
Richter, got a receiver. Broken up.
Yep.
That was Chad Herbst, broken up by Bear.
Yep, I am sorry to report that those two players and another player, I can't remember his name, had a little unfortunate athletic violation, code violation, and are finished for the year.
Well, credit the Panthers for coming out here playing
I'll
tough.
tell you what, they have played very tough in that, and especially when you get to a school with 332 kids, limited squad to begin with, and then you're taking your leading tackler and your leading ball rusher, and they're done for the year, and now you're still playing, and just last week they had a great game in their homecoming game against Broadhead Judah in that, and they really had high hopes of maybe still making the playoffs, but it's going to be a stretch now with missing those two kids. So just unfortunate, the kids make bad decisions, and it's just because these are days you're never going to get them back, John. Never going to get them back.
1st and 10 for the Spartans. Hudson tries to get outside, drag down.
Yep, but that's why we have not been calling their name, and I just kind of wanted to clear that up. Also, number 25 is Adam Salas. Scored 5 touchdowns so far this year, so maybe we'll see a little more of him in the second half.
So again, a lot of players going both ways and a lot of sophomores out here. Anthony Allis on the tackle after Hudson's 3-yard gain.
Yeah, because
ball just shy of the 45.
I can tell you Knabel and Prozhinski were both two-way players, so there's two kids more at least that are getting an opportunity to play a whole lot of football.
Hudson in the Palmyra Eagle territory, just over the 50-yard line. Going to be shy of the first down as it appears from here. Going to be 3rd and less than a yard. So again, keep that ball in Spartan possession. Well, they're going to measure.
Wow, that doesn't even look close.
Doesn't even look close from here.
Does not even look close.
Come on, guys.
Yep.
They just want to make Dan Frank run across the field.
Yep.
They're guaranteed in their contract. The line guys are guaranteed one measurement a game.
At least a half yard.
If that.
At least.
It could be a yard.
About a half yard, I guess.
Wasn't even close.
Nope. That makes you wonder if...
Tip the stick guys for making them come running
Yep.
all the way out.
Hey.
It's like the old days of pulling up at the full-service gas stations and it's pouring rain and saying, I'll take 10 cents worth of gas.
Yep.
3rd and short, as we called it.
Yep. You can read the attendant's mind.
Hudson puts his head down. Legs
Driving
moving,
forward.
legs
Oh,
moving,
pops
still
out of the
going.
middle.
Inside the 45 to the 44. What looked like a play that might have gotten the yardage for the first down turns into about 4 or 5 more yards.
He popped like a bagel out of the toaster there, John, huh? Boom! He put his head down, dipped in, and all of a sudden here he came out of the pack.
1st and 10. Again, this is what the Spartans needed. Dane Mickelson over the ball. 1st and 10. Colton Richter calls the signals for the blue and white. That's not going to go anywhere. Stood up in the backfield. That is Williamson, number 33.
I think he might go back in the huddle and say, you know, guys, I don't get my number called that often. Could you, not relax a little bit when my number gets called? Give me a chance here. I don't appreciate just getting the ball and being buried right away.
Loss of 2, 2nd down and 12. 9 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Straight drop for Richter. Looking for Hoops, he's got him. He's got him. Down the sideline, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. 46-yard touchdown pass. Colton Richter to Chad Herbst.
Yep, the hitch and go.
Boy, wide open. Colton delivers the pass. Chad finishes it. Touchdown Spartans. Makes the score 13-12. And again, just what the doctor ordered here to start the second half.
Now, this is really a big extra point here to tie it up.
Richter is the holder. Chad Herbst, the kicker.
Gotta have this.
Good snap, ball place, kick on the way. This looks good, and it is.
Looks good.
We are tied. 8:50 to go in the 3rd quarter from Lloyd Schneider Stadium. It's McFarland 13, Palmyra Eagle 13. What a great drive. So again, for the Spartans, the last 2 possessions, they have scored, and they've tied this one up.
Well, that was, like I said, a good start to the second half, John, rather than that kind of that fiasco with the way the game started there, where we were only 10 minutes into the ball game. They're down 13-0 on homecoming night. So maybe a little stern talking to at halftime by Coach Ackley, just saying, you know, guys, we want this to be a successful homecoming here. We're on the homestand here, especially for some of you that are seniors. This is going to be your last homecoming ball game here. Still have a nice crowd here tonight. And you know what? They have to win out in order to stay playoff eligible. So important game here for both teams. So let's hope that was what the Spartans need to turn this around and get the victory here.
So Herbst drills the kick.
Yep, good deep kick.
That's Bear back inside his 5, over the 10, 15, 20. He's got some room. 25, spun down over the 30-yard line. So a good return by Bear. So again, Palmyra Eagle able to substitute several players in on the special teams.
Yep.
But other than a couple of linemen, all their skill players going both ways, as you got to have your best kids out there either way, you know, whether you're a school of 2,000 or a school of 300.
Yep.
So again, the sophomore quarterback, Mason Roszewski. Ostermeyer comes in motion. Roszewski going to keep it. Stood up at the 35 after a gain of a couple of yards. Crowd has thinned out a little bit here in the second half after the halftime performance. Again, if you would have listened to the weather forecast the last couple of days, doom and gloom. Severe weather, terrible weather, and it's been a pretty nice night for football here. Of course, if we were out in South Dakota where they're getting blizzards, we'll take this. I wonder how that affected the high school football schedule tonight out there.
Why, for sure. Yeah, we don't need that to be coming here just quite yet.
Second down, looked like there was movement.
Yeah.
Ball carrier not going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, it looked like Mason Splinter jumped way offside there, but look at him, Palmyra Eagle.
Well,
even questioning the official. Just pointing to him. I mean, everybody saw Splinter come across.
Kept waiting for a flag or something, but didn't happen.
And, no.
Well, maybe they know it's going to rain a little harder and want to get going here. Why not? Third down, big defensive play for the Spartans. We're tied at 13. Rashevsky over here to Bear. Nice one-on-one tackle there. Was that Tyler Fisher?
Uh-oh.
That was Tyler Fisher, and a flag, and that might be on Palmyra Eagle. Let's see. Yes.
Unsportsmanlike
I
conduct.
think he threw the ball after the play. Or said something that we couldn't hear, nor could we repeat up here. Well, what do you do here? Decline this?
I think it's...
Yeah, they're going to take the penalty.
And you want to know it because I think it was dead ball foul. It was after the ball was already whistled dead, John.
Because it's going
So
to
you're
move
going
it.
to march it off, and it's going to be 4th down and whatever.
They're going to move it back to the 21. And you are correct. It is 4th down.
Yeah, because it was dead ball. It was after the play was over. Spartans celebrating, and Palmyra Eagle, it looked like Bear said something to either the official or the McFarland players. Boy, that's
High
another.
kick.
That's a pretty good punt.
Chad Herbst is going to let it bounce. Get out of the way, Spartans. It's going to roll dead inside the 40-yard line. It's a good field position for McFarland. They'll put it in play, 1st and 10. Again, they have scored on their last 2 possessions, their final possession of the first half and their first possession here in the second half. 7:07 to go, 3rd quarter. We are tied at 13. Again, Friday night, October the 4th, 2013.
And again, this 3rd and 4th quarters have just been a nightmare for Palmyra Eagle so far this year. So hopefully the Spartans can
Here's
continue
Hudson.
that.
He's got room there. He goes. 50, 45, 40,
And the
35.
train, turn it on.
Cuts it up down inside the 25-yard line. See where they mark it. Looks like it's going to be about a 36-yard run for Don Shea Hudson. Boy, Don Shea is going to be threatening that 200-yard mark tonight.
He is 17 carries for 171 yards right now.
Well, and the bad news is Chad Herbst is coming off the field limping. And that's major because Chad is your kicker. Chad is your
punter.
Your wide out.
Yep. He can do everything. He can throw the ball, too.
Here's Hudson up the middle. Got some running room. Thrown down inside the 20-yard line. Tackle there by number 62. That's Dylan Stano. He is a 6'1", 210-pound sophomore. So you've got a young Palmyra Eagle team, and again, with players not able to perform tonight, participate, some of these younger players have had to step up.
A lot of valuable playing time, John. That's only going to bode well for Palmyra Eagle in the future.
One player's misfortune, another player's fortune.
Yes, sirree. Yep.
2nd down and 6. Pitch out, stolen. Needs a block. Gets a block from Perkle. Cuts up near the 15-yard line. Going to be short of the 1st down. Again, Josh Stolen does a nice job waiting for his blockers. Ball's going to be marked at the 15. They need to get to the... Well, ball's going to be marked at the 16. Need to get to the 14, so 3rd down and 2.
Stolen just coming back from a shoulder injury. 4 carries for 20 yards. Usually he'd carry the ball a lot more, but...
Here's Don Shea, head down, drives forward, gets the 1st down. And looking at Chad Herbst, looking at his left ankle, appears to be in a little bit of pain over here. And again, that's huge for the Spartans.
Would that be our all-purpose Jay Hansen trainer? Dr. Jay
And it
Hansen,
is.
yep, does a wonderful job making sure that kids are healthy in order to participate in all of our sports.
Ball's at the 13-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Spartans.
Yep.
Again, this time the single back behind Richter will be Hudson, 1 receiver to the left, 2 to the right. Pitch out, Hudson works his way around the left side, cuts it up, inside the 10, inside the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown! 13 yards, Don Shea Hudson. Now the question on the extra point, because your kicker is down here on the training table.
Charlie Moore, what a great seal block. What a great seal block on the end, and that sprung Donche.
How about Larry Seidel on that camera work as Donche came off the field? That was...
You're right. Larry's doing a real nice job for us down there tonight. Larry, if you get a chance, you could, can you wave to us?
Larry may be the only cameraman who's listed in the program. Yeah. Well, they're going to have to go for 2 full house backfield. Will naked reverse. Can Richter get there? He does! 2-point conversion. 21 straight points for the Spartans here tonight. So 5:05 to go in the third quarter. McFarland now leads 21-13. 3 straight scores on 3 possessions.
Yep.
Turning it around. 5:05 to go, quarter 3. Rain starting to pick up just a little bit more. As the team gathers around Chad Herbst on the sidelines. Appears to be Chad's left ankle. Chad, a key player, of course, on the basketball court coming up this winter.
Yep.
That will be here sooner than you think. Hopefully, Bill will have you for some games this year now. And
yeah, actually, John, I just found out that I am going to be a freshman boys assistant coach this year.
See, we've lost you for all the
Flipping
games.
Over, nope, but it was written into my contract that I will be relieved of my duties at such time that the telecast begins. So I will be on the air with you, John. We're going to be on the basketball airwaves.
New kicker for the Spartans.
Number 76.
Is that Dean Dokken?
6'4", 215-pound lineman.
Big Dean, just a sophomore.
Yep.
Kicks it, ball's covered inside the 30. Yeah, it's not so much about how far you can kick it. You just want to kick it so it's not returned.
Right.
So 30-yard line. You know, good field position for Palmyra Eagles. Spartans can't complain.
John, how long was that touchdown run at Hudson's? I want to say what we're about
16 yards, I believe.
Okay.
Andrew Day says 16.
We'll call it there. And it is an Andrew Day production, so we'll go with.
Stacked up. Ball carrier still has not gone down. Stood up there. That is Keel.
No relation to Matt Keel of McFarland.
Well, they'll give him 3.
Yep.
So 2nd down and 7. And again, the Spartans, it took them a little bit of time to kind of wake up on this homecoming night. But again, looking pretty strong. Their last 3 possessions finding the end zone. Straight ahead. I believe that's Ostermeyer.
Yes, it is.
He'll get out over the 35 to near the 38-yard line. Going to bring up 3rd down and a long 2. Another big defensive play for the Spartans.
Yep, I'm just going to keep going back to this and saying that Palmyra Eagle has just struggled in the second half of these games. And right now we're looking at McFarland. 15-0 in the third quarter here.
So handoff, Ostermeyer going to get the first down, not by much.
Nope, but the little hop there.
Initial pursuit, he was able to dodge around it. Gets over the 40-yard line, will move the sticks.
12 rushes, but for only 28 yards.
I got a feeling this is going to turn into a wild one here today. I don't know why, but I just think it's going to get crazy.
And
here.
I can tell you, with all the games that Mr. John Wells has viewed, if he's got that feeling, fans, hang on. Don't leave your seats. Stay put.
1st and 10, Panthers. Ostermeyer in motion. Penalties going to go against the Panthers.
Yep, something with their ground attack solely cannot afford 5 extra yards.
I see Larry. Larry's going to wind up in the backfield out there with that camera pretty soon. This will be. Of course, he can't go on the field because they call us for 12 men on the field. He does have a full Spartan uniform over there, so.
Doing a nice job down there with
All our
level
camera
shots.
operators,
Yep.
everybody are doing great. I mean, we've got this nice monitor right in front of us. I mean, it's
This
great.
This is wonderful.
Maring over the ball for the Panthers. 1st and 15. Roszewski rolls out, big rush, down he goes, kind of on his own. He slips and falls back at the 26-yard line. Palmyra Eagle really struggling here now in the third quarter. Maybe the Spartans starting to wear them down. They're making a few mistakes. Over here on the sideline, Spartans making some shoulder pad changes.
Have we seen anything more with Herbst? No, Herbst's still sitting there with his shoe off, ice bag on that. Looks like that left ankle.
He is
that is not
done
good.
for the night.
That is not good.
There's Roszewski rolling back and a throw back across the field. He's
nice
got blockers
call.
in front of him. There
Nice
he goes.
call.
He's got room down the sideline. All the way. He's going to be tripped up just inside the 15-yard line, and that was Keel.
Evan Alsmo tracked him down. What a nice call. Nice little screen pass. Boy, that's something.
About a 58-yard play.
Yep, you don't see a lot of screen passes called, and I think you could see more of them, especially if your line's starting to get beat. You just let them pour in and dump the little pass.
Well, the coaches
over
up here in
top.
the booth obviously can see some things because it's not the first time they've gone right. Roszewski's gone right and then thrown back to his left.
Right.
Ball's at the 17, 1st and 10, Panthers. Oh, nice defensive play. That was Charlie Moore, stops Ostermeyer in the backfield. Charlie's fired up out there, double six.
Well, Charlie made the big block on the defensive end that got Don Shea Hudson into the end zone the last time. So he's having a good ball game both ways.
Loss of a yard, 2nd down and 11. 1:45 to go here. Pretty fast-moving third quarter from Lloyd Schneider Stadium. 21-13. Panthers on the move. Here's Roszewski back, throwing. Got a receiver open inside the 10-yard line. Chase Werwinski on the tackle. And that was number
Salas.
25,
That's
William
Adam
Salas.
Yep. It's Adam Salas. They gave him a
Adam
number.
Salas.
Yep.
He was 33.
Yep.
He's 6'2", 220.
Yep.
So the ball down at the 5-yard line. Panthers 1st and goal. Spartans with their backs to the end zone.
Yep. Coming right back at us. Big time. Got to make a stop here, guys.
1st and goal, Panthers. Roszewski under center.
And off to
Keel. Maybe to the 4. Didn't fool the Spartans that time.
11 carries, 87 yards for Zach Keel.
Again, weather not really a factor here tonight.
No, but I
A
think
little bit of moisture, but we're down to 40 seconds here in the third quarter. Could be our last play of the quarter.
Yeah, just like we thought there would be the last play with no time on the clock before halftime, John. We took about 10 minutes to play with no time on the clock.
Handoff, Keel, down to the 3-yard line. Again, what Palmyra Eagle likes to do is they have those two backs line up in the backfield. One goes in motion. They give it to Keel, and he's got his offensive line plus two of his backfield teammates in front of him blocking. Ball's at the 3. It's 3rd and goal, and that will do it for the third quarter. So a 15-0 third quarter has put the McFarland Spartans on top of the Palmyra Eagle Panthers 21-13. But we will be starting 3rd and goal from the 3 to open the fourth quarter. And again, the scoring plays, 47-yard pass, Colton Richter to Chad Herbst. The extra point kick was good.
By Herbst.
That was with 8:50 to go in the third quarter. Then with 5:05 to go in the third quarter, Don Shea Hudson, a 16-yard touchdown run. Colton Richter on the 2-point conversion. Those are the 15 points. Your score again, 21-13.
Yep, and I think this would be a good time, John. I'm going to try to pull out some thank yous here. How about to our staff here tonight?
Amazing.
Huh? We have yet to mention them. Our lead production person, Mr. Eric Redding, head of cable productions for the McFarland Cable TV, station 982. His student helpers tonight and adult helpers, Mr. Andrew Day, Mr. Justin Janis, Mr. Ben Becker, Mr. Ryan Denzer, and Mr. Larry Seidel. So a big thank you to all of them. I mean, we have just expanded this telecast where we've got great graphics. We've got pictures from down below. We're still waiting. We have yet to make kind of a satellite contact. We've got the MetLife Snoopy blimp up there somewhere tonight, but we haven't been able to, with this weather, I guess, still being iffy. We haven't been able to make it connect. But yep. So, but maybe we're going to get to that. Maybe next game. We thought we'd have for homecoming. Here we go.
Third and goal.
Big stop, Spartans.
Here's a handoff. Keel into the end zone. Touchdown. Palmyra Eagle to open the fourth quarter. And it is now 21-19.
I'm going to make a wild guess, John. I'm going to say they're going to go for 2 here. Are you with me?
They didn't kick the field goal at the end of the first half like we thought they might, so I'm going to guess they'll go for 2. They want to tie it up. 21-19. Again, as we said earlier, Chad Herbst done for the night. He's your punter. He's your kicker. That's key.
Yep.
They got to get the stop here. 21-19. Roszewski. Pitch out. Keel untouched. 2 points.
Yep.
No question about it. Again, the Spartans pretty tight at the line of scrimmage. That outside wide open, and we are tied at 21. We told you not long ago this one's going to be a wild one, and we're tied up.
You know, I'll tell you, people, I have learned over the years never question the man to my left, because it never fails. Whatever he says, some way, somehow, somewhere, it happens.
You throw enough darts, they'll hit the target eventually.
Once in a while.
Many, many years ago, I did a basketball game I was actually coaching in, and we dubbed over the play-by-play after the game, after it was taped. So, of course, I kind of know what's going to happen. It's like, well, this looked like a genius.
You know, I at one point in time, too, this is great. I had in coaching basketball one time, made a highlight reel of the season and that, and I was home showing it to my boys. They were very, very young at that age, and I said, boy, Dad, didn't they ever miss a shot? You know, they were very, very young at the time. They would definitely not make that mistake. No, not with their experiences. But here we go, John.
Gotta love this kick formation.
Yep.
Brooks and Fleming are deep. That's going to go to Mitchell Brooks, the 18, 25.
Ooh.
Well, that's what happens when you run straight up and down.
That's the second time he's done that.
And you know what? I got to say this. Say hello to Fernando Hernandez. Fernando went down in a heap earlier, but this time he's on the punishing end.
Hello, Fernando.
You gotta be careful not to be running straight up and down.
We could almost.
But no turnover, so that's a good thing.
You're right.
Spartans again, 3 possessions in a row. They put the ball into the end zone. Can they continue? Colton Richter under center. Dane Mickelson, your center, as he has been all season long. Offset backfield. Hudson over the 35. Penalty marker. Might be a rare holding call. We have not seen one yet tonight. Until possibly now. And yes, that is the infraction.
Too bad. That was really a good first down pickup.
So holding.
Actually, John, you know, that hurts right now, too, because it's obvious, you know, with this drive and the game tied and that how important it is. That is only, I mean, I hate to say only, the 4th penalty tonight on the Spartans. They started out with three 3 5-yard little penalties in the first quarter, and since then have not been penalized up until this point.
Well,
so.
whenever you get that threat of rain or severe weather, it seems like you don't see as many penalty flags. Maybe.
I think the officials want to get out of here too.
Maybe I'm inferring wrong, but
no.
we're back to the 21-yard
Yep.
line. First down and 18. Point of infraction penalty. Hudson, the workhorse tonight,
Got him down low that time.
goes forward for a couple of yards. Panthers going to key on Donche as much as they can.
20 carries for $180, John.
Well, he still could break a long one here.
Yep. And I'm sure that's what Coach Ackley and his staff would love to see.
11:15 to go in quarter number 4. Is the time on the clock, second down. Hudson again tries to get outside, drag down, maybe gets a yard. Now you've got a third and long situation. Colton Richter's top target is done for the night.
Yeah, that's where it hurts too, because Herbst was obviously our deep threat, our breakaway threat through the airways.
Well, you got Andy Howard out there, and you've got, I believe, Chase Werwinski.
Coach Ackley calling a timeout.
Spartans are going to take a timeout. There was a player still standing over here on the sideline, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
Tyler
So it looked like
Fisher.
it might have been some confusion. Tyler Fisher was over on the sideline.
Yep.
And my guess is he was supposed to be in the game. But we already had 11 out there,
Yep.
so wisely didn't go out there.
Look at this sideline picture, too, that Larry Seidel's given us right there. And you want to know what I'm noticing? Look at that haircut on Coach Ackley. How neat and trim and fit. I was in the barber shop this afternoon. Giorgio in downtown McFarland. If you ever need a haircut, go to
There's Larry.
Giorgio. There's Larry. And I'm loving it because Larry's giving us some. There you go, Larry. Thanks for waving to
Larry
us.
is the biggest guy on
Give
the
us
field.
a thumbs up, Larry, if you're having fun down there.
He is the biggest guy on the field. There's
Yep.
a shot of the turf from Larry.
Yep. But hey, Coach Ackley was getting, he said he was getting his victory trim from Giorgio this afternoon. So let's hope that for George's sake, that he does become George the victorious barber once again with Coach Ackley's.
3rd and 12.
Oh,
Draw
nice call.
play.
Get out of there.
Gets through one tackle, rolls forward over the 30 near the 34-yard line. Going to be well short of the first down.
7-yard gain, John. That's 22 carries for 191 yards. However, here's the difficulty in that now Chad Herbst, punter, unavailable. Let's see who's going to step back there.
This is key.
This would be real crucial, yeah, because you could be giving up a lot of yardage.
Ostermeyer will go deep.
Colton Richter going to punt it. Need a good bounce.
And they get one.
Good bounce. Let it go. Okay, got about 8,
Down
9
to
yards.
28-yard line.
Bounce. Yep.
I believe that was Michael Beam downing the ball. So Palmyra Eagle will take over now, 1st and 10 from their own 28-yard line, 9:47 time on the clock. We're tied at 21 here from Lloyd Schneider Stadium, homecoming 2013 for the Spartans. Bill Cather and John Wells with you.
October 4th, 2013, and a very special day again.
Bill Cather's birthday.
65.
65.
Medicare right now. It is hit. If you hear snoring, it's getting towards my bedtime tonight, people. So we need McFarland to turn around here and slap a homecoming victory up here quick.
Pitch back. Oh, Ostermeyer missed a couple of tackles. Maurer and Alsmo finally drop him. Could have been a tackle for a loss there. It was not. Ostermeyer gets out just shy of the 35-yard line. Actually, they'll mark it right at the 35. Gain of 6, 2nd down and 4 for the Panthers.
Again, they've run the ball 26 times, thrown it 6 times tonight, so they are heavy on the ground.
Roszewski, first man. Nope, Roszewski keeps it down in the backfield. Charlie Moore again.
2-yard loss on
Charlie may be your
chance.
defensive star or player of the game tonight.
Lineman of the game. Yep. Big play. Big play.
Yeah, loses a couple of yards, so 3rd and 4.
Ideally, what I think you'd like to see here, get a stop, force them to punt. How about putting together about a 7-minute drive and scoring with under a minute left to go in the game and stamp a W on Homecoming 2013.
Will they try the screenplay here? Who knows?
Let's see. Fans are up. Fans are loud. Oh, the counter.
Big pitch on the counter.
And they stayed at home.
It's going to be short. Drop
Maurer
it to 35.
stayed at home. Maurer and Williamson stayed at home.
Getting some big defensive plays.
Boy, that was nice. Both of them stayed at home, and the counter came right to them. They did not chase the quarterback on that. Great defense.
So 4th down and 2 for Palmyra Eagle.
Yep.
Fleming will be back at his 30.
Just no mistakes, no turnovers. Actually, I like the position of the clock and where we should get the ball here. We put together just a nice. Boy, he's punted the ball. He's kicked it fairly well tonight.
Good kick,
Good.
Fleming. Nice job. Got some room. Down the sideline he goes. 35, 30, thrown down at the 25-yard line. What a job by Fleming. Had some trouble on a punt earlier in the night.
Yep.
Puts it in the past. He comes back and gets a great return.
Yep, makes a
Nice job. That could be right now.
Bouncer.
Return there of over 40 yards.
Wonderful, wonderful. Where the heck did Palmyra go on the coverage? There was nobody on this left side of the field.
Now out of the shotgun. That's Hudson. Gets back to the line of scrimmage.
You know what I'm calling
Goes forward for a couple of yards.
I'm calling for a naked boot. That time Richter, if he would have kept the ball, John, I think he could have walked into the end zone going down this right side.
I tell you, though, this is what athletics is all about. You know, you get a situation which maybe isn't a good situation. You forget about it. You come back and you get a big play. And that was Fleming did the job there. And, again, that's.
As they say, play in the present.
You bet.
Play in the present.
What a great example of that. He's pumped up out here, too.
Yes, he is. He should be.
So, again, out of the shotgun.
Hudson's
got some room. Inside the 20, inside the 15, down inside the 10-yard line. That will move the sticks. Donche getting, that's got to be over 200 yards.
24 carries, 207 yards.
All right, and again, credit that offensive line.
Get him in the little hot tub at the end of this game, or whatever.
That's Smith and Moore and Mickelson and Perkle.
Yep. Line doing a good
Silas
job.
straight. 1st and goal from the 8. Right
Found
back.
the hole.
Hudson
He's
inside
in.
the 5. Bowls his way into the end zone. 8-yard touchdown. Don Shea Hudson. 6:29. Time on the clock. Spartans go up 27-21.
You called it, John. Are we in for some more surprises still?
Well, now the extra point's a key.
Oh, this is real big, yep.
Because you went for 2, got it pretty easily. So we'll see if they're going to come back and run that same play they ran on the 2-point conversion when Colton Richter ran it in for 2. This time you've got Stolen and Hudson out of the eyes. Stolen the deep back. Palmyra Eagle. There it is. He's going to roll out to his right. It's going to be a sprint to the corner. Gets pulled out. Nice defensive play by Palmyra Eagle. Pulls him out short. So again, 27-21.
Where is our replay?
Next game.
Yeah, we'll have the replay.
We'll have to replay it for the next game for you.
Wouldn't matter anyway.
Hold on, don't move. Just stay in that seat. Yep. Just stay right where you are and don't move until this time next week.
27-21, 6:29, time on the clock here in regulation.
Oh, that.
I don't know if it's a matter of not having a backup kicker or what.
Yeah.
We don't have that luxury of having 3 scholarship kickers on our team.
No.
Like they do at the college level.
Right. And that's maybe one of those little things too that you just maybe you sit there and you don't even think of something like that, But hey, actually they had to deal with this earlier in the year because Chad Herbst was out in the I think it was the second or third ball game of the year this year where he was I know because he didn't travel with the team to I can't remember the game, but he didn't even go, so they didn't even attempt to.
Look at these great sideline shots.
Oh, this is just wonderful.
You're sitting at home in your living room. You're like right on the field.
Larry Seidel doing just a marvelous job down there. Number 79.
Dean Dawkins going to kick it. It's a squib. Oh, it goes out of bounds. Goes out at the 30 or 31-yard line. Now, Palmyra Eagle, I believe you can make them kick it again if you want. Or take it. I think when it goes out of bounds, you can get it at the 35.
Yep.
Or I believe you do have the option of making them kick it again.
And just take it right there.
They'll take it at the 35. They're more than content with that.
Yep. Don't have to handle the ball.
Well, yeah, it's true. You kick it again, you risk possibly turning it over.
Yep.
So here we go.
Yep.
Hold on to your seats, folks.
Yep, 6:29 to go.
Mason Roshevsky. Of course, we're probably mispronouncing that. He's got the Panthers up to the line of scrimmage.
Oh,
and
nice
second back. There's Maurer again. Splinter almost pushed him over. Good thing no call there. That was Salas, Adam Salas.
Ryan McDonald in on that, too. A 5'10", 155-pound sophomore.
That away, Ryan.
Number 28 in on the stop.
Getting a lot of young players. Mason Splinter, maybe the only senior on the defensive 11 for the Spartans. Here's Roshevsky, keeps. Oh, he's dropped. Nice tackle there, one-on-one. Williamson is there, number 28.
Calling his name quite a
Ryan
bit there.
McDonald is there.
Yep. Maurer and Williamson have been doing a nice job of the linebacking job tonight. I've been calling their names quite a bit.
Yeah, I believe that.
And you know what? Neither one of them are really.
Splinter and Stolen, maybe Josh Stolen is out there. They may be the only
Maurer's
seniors on the
5'10",
defense.
160, and Williamson's 5'11", 170. So just quick.
Third down for Palmyra Eagle. Yep. Roshevsky under center. Single back. Going to be going to the air. Drops back. Big rush. Sacked in the backfield. Gang tackled.
Nice.
Splinter is there. Charlie Moore is there.
Yep. And we're starting to see this is some of that homecoming spirit coming out here with
the whole game to see this. If we only would have had it right away from the start.
Yep, a little emotion here.
But again, the Spartans traditionally have not been a team that starts strong, but it's how you finish, and they're going to finish strong here.
Well, let's hope so, John.
Fleming will be back inside his 40-yard line.
Just no mistakes now. You got clock starting to get a little bit in your favor here. We got 4:27, 4:26.
Penalty marker. Oh, and he shanks the kick.
Oh, then we've got Ryan Rothwell on the sideline and Doug Peterson.
Well, I got to admit, something else I've never seen two coaches chest
pump.
Wow.
On a received bad punt on the sidelines.
Once again, something I've not seen before.
And the one thing that I didn't see, though, was the vertical. I don't know how high up either individual got there.
Ryan was a heck of a basketball player here, too,
Nope.
in addition to football. So they'll kick it again, see if he can get a little better kickoff. Definitely does.
Yeah, he did.
Fleming, that ball's going to bounce. Just let it go. Oh, my goodness. He picked it up. Wow. He hangs on to it. He goes
I
down at
think
the 45, but
we were holding our breath sitting here
Oh, my.
going, just let it go. There was absolutely nothing to be gained from trying to pick that up right there.
well, for Fleming, no fear back there.
No.
You know, and I guess, if you're going to return punts, that's kind of the mentality you need. Not afraid of anything, but, well, everything worked out for the better. So
Yes, it did. So we're not even gonna talk
4:15 to
about-
go, 27-21. Spartans want to control the ball now. Again out of the shotgun. Hudson just to the right of Richter. Hudson still going into Palmyra Eagle territory.
He lost the
Did
ball.
he lose the ball? Down inside the 45. Spartans are going to keep it. I'm going to guess that this is going to be a career game for Donche as far as yardage
Yep.
goes.
26 carries, 222 yards. However, he had fumbled 3 times coming into tonight, so that's the 4th fumble. And I'll tell you, that's the one thing right now that could turn this around. As long as we just control the ball, steady to Donche, as long as you don't turn the ball over, I'm calling it a Spartan homecoming victory.
So
Just
first and
no
10.
turnovers.
Handoff, stolen. Knocked down near the 40-yard line. Going to be just shy. Hangs on to the ball. Good job by Josh Stolen, the senior.
Yep.
Clock is rolling. Spartans with 2 timeouts remaining. Certainly no reason to use them. Palmyra Eagle with 3.
Just make sure you possess the ball.
Palmyra Eagle will certainly within the next minute or so have to start thinking about stopping that clock.
Right. Yep,
It's
3
going to be
timeouts
second down
left.
and 6
Yep.
for the Spartans.
They might use a timeout depending upon the yardage gained here.
Richter calls the signals. Rolls out to his right. Going to keep it. Got some running room down inside the
but we've
30-yard
gotta
line.
hold. We've got to hold, Jen.
And right in front of where Colton Richter was, downfield, there will be a holding call, no doubt. Now, if it's from the point of the foul,
Coach Ackley right on the field, in the ear of the official, questioning that call. Yeah, it is from the spot of the infraction. Let's see what it was.
so it's going to take away the first down, and a nice run by Colton Richter. It is a hold.
Too bad, because that was a nice first down pickup. You're looking at 3 minutes left on the clock.
3 minutes exactly in regulation, 27-21 our score. 10 yards from the foul.
And we're going back to where we have about a 2nd and 10, John.
2nd and 10, so not the worst thing in the world.
Nope.
Clock on the move, now under 3 minutes. And again, the doom and gloom forecast, severe weather and all this bad weather tonight didn't keep the fans away. Again,
Yep.
don't listen to the weather.
John?
Best forecast you have is
Right.
look outside.
Right. So we hope
Decide
again
for
you've
yourself.
enjoyed this telecast, but still, get out here if you can.
Josh Stolen inside the 45, near the 43. Going to bring up 3rd down, and here's where Palmyra Eagle will stop the clock.
Yep.
So a big play coming up for the Spartans. You want to keep possession.
You know, I was just kind of chuckling because I could just hear in my ear Bob Uecker always saying, still at the end of the 4th inning of Brewers games or something, hey, there's still time to get out to the ballpark right now. You know, you can still get out and enjoy it. And I wanted to say right now, hey, you can still make it over here and grab the last minute of this homecoming victory tonight, but I think we're a little too late in the action. So we're just going to say, don't move out of that seat, because remember the John Wells prediction, which was we could still have something very unusual happen tonight.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not, where hopefully this is just going to kind of run its course right here, go according to plan, and Coach Ackley and his troops can leave this field tonight. They can start practice again on Monday after school with still playoff hopes
Well, with
in their
Edgerton and
dreams.
Jefferson, we've got 2 more home games, so we'll be back here on the 11th and the 18th.
Yep, tough games.
Very
tough games.
tough.
The 2 teams that are sitting at the top of this Rock Valley North Conference. And that, but you know what, John? It's high school sports. You never know.
2:28, time on the clock. 3rd down and 9 for the Spartans.
Yep, maybe the luck of the pink, too. The pink stockings tonight.
Pitch out Hudson, tries to get outside.
Oh,
nice
collapse.
coverage by the Panthers.
Boy, that was Keel and
down he goes.
Keel and Bear both just boom.
4th and 10. And again, Colton Richter now forced into the punting duties. And the Panthers will take their 2nd of 3 timeouts with 2:20 to go here in the 4th quarter. Certainly a kicking situation for McFarland.
Hey, but the question is, well, I guess Richter, he did okay with his last punt. It was 37 yards.
Yep.
Colton Richter's last punt, so.
Got a good roll.
37-yard punt from right here would look pretty doggone nice, John. That would put it down at around the 8-yard line. So all you need here again is execution, and it all starts with a snap. Got to get a good snap from the center back to Colton Richter in the punting position. So let's go. We got a little pep talk there from Coach Ackley. Again, some great sideline views.
Well, the thing you need now is you need a good snap.
Yep.
You don't want to give up the big play. You probably don't want to even kick it so it's returnable.
Right. I would think maybe even kick it down this
I'm going to guess
right
he's going to angle it
sideline.
on the near sideline here.
Yep, right sideline to his right.
Good snap.
Oh.
Boy, he gets knocked down. No call.
Well, I think he
And here's the return out over the 25 near the 27 or 28-yard line. Again, you can't worry about it. You don't get the call. You got to get up because otherwise you're playing 10 against 11.
I am going to, in all fairness, say I don't think he was touched. I am going to go with, and please, if you don't see me on any more telecasts, it means I've been removed of my duties because I'm not willing to play Homer and see it through rose-colored glasses. McFarland blue glasses, but I don't think
2:10,
touched.
time on the clock. Let's see if they'll set up that screen play. They run straight ahead to Keel. Gets a couple of yards. They're gonna go no huddle here. Let's see. No, they are not.
I'm going to say one more line. Colton Richter might be recruited if you see him in a leading role in the school play.
Yeah,
Good acting.
gave it a try.
Good acting. Yes, he did.
2nd down and 7 for the Panthers. Roszewski tries to get outside, breaks the tackle, gets out of bounds.
Smart play. Smart play. Get out of bounds. Save the not having to use that last time out. Look at that Giorgio haircut on Coach Ackley there. That's a victory
Great
haircut.
camera work again.
Yep. Great camera work.
Ball's at the 36, 3rd down and 3. 1:40 time on the clock. 27-21 our score.
Yep.
Great high school football game here tonight.
And the thing is, everybody's still hanging on the edge of their seats because all it takes is one busted play or one guy to pop through that line of scrimmage. And
Salas is out over the 40-yard line.
Yep.
That'll move the sticks. He's down at the 41. 1:35 time on the clock. 1st and 10. Palmyra Eagle. We are far from over here.
Yep.
They have 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Ball at the Panther 41.
got to keep that clock moving.
Roszewski back.
Nobody deep.
Here we come. 1-on-1. That's Ostermeyer. Incomplete. Stolen on the coverage. When Ostermeyer came back for that ball, though, looked like it could have been catchable.
Boy, that's what I thought too, John. I was figuring he had a good shot at catching that thing.
Crowd now on their feet.
Yep.
They're fired
They're
up.
being encouraged by the sideline players of the Spartans. Everybody getting in.
Waited to the
homecoming spirit.
Waited
Yep.
to the last minute and a half of the game. Good
Buck
crowd
14.
here tonight, even in our end zone seats.
Yep. The middle schoolers still hanging out down there.
Now there appears to be some question. We do know it's 2nd and 10.
Something with the clock. I can see
Now Mike Friedel is signaling, but that's
yep.
not his job. That's the official's job.
Yep.
So
1, 2, 4. Yep. We actually put 10 more seconds back on the clock. Good for Palmyra Eagle.
Everybody
Bad
honest.
for
Everybody
McFarland.
honest around here.
Yeah, we are. We're too honest here, maybe, huh?
2nd down and 10 for the Panthers. Roszewski under center.
Boy, the
Drops back. Big rush. Got a receiver. Oh, it's intercepted.
And that
Intercepted.
And who got it?
That was, I believe, Josh Stolen. And it was the senior. Comes up with a
Josh
big
Stolen.
interception.
And you want to know what? I guess the shoulder is okay right now. We got him back in the nick of time.
Probably never felt better.
Yep, that shoulder. How's your shoulder? Oh, it's great right now, huh?
All right, Spartans, 1:20. Time on the clock. 1st and 10, McFarland from the Palmyra Eagle 44-yard line.
Yep.
We're not done yet.
Victory formation, Jen.
Palmyra Eagle will be able to stop the clock once, and they will after this play. Richter takes a knee. They've got a timeout. They will, and they will use it,
Yeah, if
as they should.
They let 5-6 seconds run off the clock. Huh.
So 1:12, time on the clock. Again, Spartans got down early, 13-0, scored just before halftime. But, Bill, really the key of the game here was that last drive for Palmyra Eagle when they came down the field before the end of the first half, unable to score.
Right.
And that would have made it a much different ball game right now.
Yep, that was our
Field goal or not, wouldn't have made a difference in the score at this point. But, you know, if we keep them out of the end zone, or don't keep them out of the end zone, big difference.
Well, and the thing that you really have to look for, and this is, again, something I was talking with Coach Ackley about this afternoon in the barbershop in Giorgio's, is just hoping to get this victory here tonight. So, you want to know what? It's a whole different way of looking at practice come Monday when you know you're still in the playoff picture, John. You know, it's still something to play for besides just the pride of playing the game and that for your community. So your eyes still looking at, hey, big games and stuff like that. And so the Spartans, how big?
Yeah, this is a big
Victory
win.
tonight.
Palmyra Eagle, you know, they came in 2-4, but a couple of their losses were tough losses.
Boy,
Again,
look at the size of Don Shea Hudson there. I'll tell you, you get that. You get Don Shea coming at you, I'll tell you, that's
well, he's going to be our offensive player of the game tonight, no question about it.
right. Yep. Yep, for sure. Don Shea
Defensively, yeah, it could be a lot of kids.
Yep.
It's going to be a team defensive
How
award
about Charlie
tonight.
Moore on both sides of the ball, making a big block on Don Shea Hudson's 16-yard touchdown run, making some big tackles in the backfield on that. Actually, it was nice. Coach Ackley really thought it was neat that he could have his entire offensive line back and healthy tonight for this game. So, again, moving forward to next week, hey, bring them on, right, John?
Clock winding down here now, 10 seconds.
And a victorious homecoming 2013 for your McFarland Spartans. And I'll tell you, this is Bill, the Big K Cather. I'm going to turn it over to John Wells and let him give the final wrap-up of tonight.
Hang on. The ball was down. There's 2 seconds still on the clock. The ball is turned over in downs. Palmyra Eagle gets the ball, and they get another play.
And you know what, John? Are you going to say it? Say, I told you there still could be something strange.
Unbelievable. You know, you want to run out the clock, but you got to take a little time off.
Yeah.
They down the ball. Palmyra Eagle
Okay, John.
will get the ball.
John, it's over. I am calling this over.
I guess.
Already
That's
calling-
2 seconds.
The election is over. The state of Wisconsin, the results are in. It's
You
already.
shouldn't even have given them a play.
It's not too early to call.
They got Bear lined up one-on-one on the right. Spartans are going to take a timeout. Yeah, this.
Get everybody back.
And again, you drop back a couple of steps and take that knee, and the clock runs out. But instead, they take the knee with 2 seconds to go, and you give Palmyra Eagle a play. Yeah, the odds are against Palmyra Eagle here, but you're giving them a shot.
You did have to throw the butt word in there, didn't you, John?
Yeah.
Hey, it's high school sports, isn't it? Do you have another last-second story for us?
Well, I tell you what, I mean, they've run that screen. I'd be surprised if they don't.
You know what? That would probably be good. Run that screen.
He'll roll left
Bear.
this time and throw back to the wide
Yep.
side of the field and get that screen set up.
Yep, to Bear. And the important thing here with McFarland is, hey, just hold your spot. Again, you're all assigned a role and spot on the field here. Don't get caught over pursuing or over chasing the ball because it's going to get misdirected.
Well,
or
like I said, the
else.
fact is you gave Palmyra Eagle
yes,
a last
absolutely.
chance at it. And it's a
Absolutely.
one-score game.
I think that's probably something that might be discussed. Do you think? Okay, John, I've got it over with. I've already
So
got
Bear
the
and
game
Salas
summary
to the
you.
right.
Got the game.
Rashevsky under center.
Everybody's up. The bleachers
Rolls
are
to his
pounding.
right. Gonna air it up.
Hey,
Ball's gonna be
Barry.
way underthrown. Incomplete. And the Spartans hang on and win here on homecoming 2013 by a final score of 27-21 over the Palmyra Eagle Panthers. Again, you gave Palmyra a shot as an unauthorized firework has just gone off over the field, and Larry is down to a knee over there.
Yep. We really want to thank all our viewers out there. And again, if you really like these telecasts and are enjoying these and that, please feel free to contact our downtown city officials.
Call
here
the
at
Village
Park.
Hall.
Call the
That's-
Village Hall and just tell them how much you appreciate this and you want to see this continued. And again, right now for the game summary and that, I'm going to turn it back to John Wells, and we'll be back to see you again next week here at Lloyd Schneider Stadium, and hopefully it'll be another nice night. So over to you, John, to wrap her up here tonight. And again, thanks for joining us. We have a lot of fun. We hope you have as much fun as we do with these.
Well, a great ball game tonight. Spartans found themselves in a hole early as Palmyra Eagles scored 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. Ostermeyer on a 27-yard run. Extra point kick was good. Then on a fumbled punt return, Palmyra Eagles' Bear picked it up, goes 35 yards, extra point fails. It's 13-0. In the second quarter, with 55 seconds to go, Don Shea Hudson gets the Spartans on the board with an 11-yard touchdown run. Extra point fails. It was 13-6 at halftime. Spartans came back strong in the third quarter. A 47-yard pass from Colton Richter to Chad Herbst with 8:50 to go in quarter number 3. Herbst adds the extra point. It was tied at 13. Then with 5:05 to go in the third quarter, Don Shea Hudson a 16-yard touchdown run. Colton Richter on the 2-point conversion. It was 21-13. Palmyra Eagle was not done, as Keel came back with a 3-yard run with 11:55 to go in the fourth quarter. He follows it up with a 2-point conversion. It was tied at 21. And then with 6:29 to go in the game, Don Shea Hudson 5-yard touchdown run. 2-point conversion failed. That made the score 27-21, and that's where we wound up tonight as our final score. So again, 2 more home games. Spartans want to go to the playoffs. They've got to win the next 2. We've got Edgerton and Jefferson. Those will be tough ball games for the Spartans, but they'll carry the momentum from tonight into next week. So you can join us right here next Friday night at 7 o'clock for high school football again. For Bill Cather, I'm John Wells saying thanks for watching.